outcome. I am trying to fix it.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. You guys did something wacky in my campaign, and bad shit happened. That never goes on. That's totally bogus.
weird.
What are you talking about?
We never do that.
Welcome to anybody in the stream or who watches afterwards, because we have started posting to YouTube as of a week ago. Everything's uploading on Wednesdays and Fridays. And I know that it's already getting some hits over there, so which is cool. Let me go to my Twitch so that I can actually interact with any of it. But yeah, welcome back to the D&D night in the Dally Van Go server. I'm Isaac. I'm joined by Morel, Maz, and Toland. Ethan is not here tonight because he is on. He hates us and has decided to abandon us. Yeah, something like that.
Come on, guys, it's his birthday month. He can't.
That was last month.
Here we
Today.
go again.
He got hit by a parked car and he's not here. So.
Oh, that doesn't need to be over there. That can go over here. I will put this thing on. I will do this. We do have the open request night thing going on. Feel free to check your points at that. This is a night basically specifically designed so the Toland can torture me. It's great. I'm super looking forward to playing Through the Fire and Flames 15 times in the same night.
Has entered the chat.
Nickelback.
Oh, yeah.
Nickelback all night, Creed, Wagon Wheel. Yeah. It is going to be great. Wagon Wheel, yep.
That'll be good.
Freaking Brown Eyed Girl.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm getting you to play
Can I get
Black
some
Betty for
Wonderwall
9
in there?
hours.
Yes.
Wonderwall,
Gotta
I'm
get
sure
some
will
booty in there,
happen.
too.
It's going to be
9 hours of Black Betty. That's what you want.
Oh, and you're
Listen,
definitely
I
gonna
will play
the,
9 hours of
Work
Black
on
Betty.
Cowboy.
That is a great blues song that I can improvise on all day. I have no problems with that. Yeah, okay, so in the campaign, we left the last session with Maz and Toland both passing their death saves and being fully restrained by Morel and the bot. I don't really remember exactly the details of which person's restrained by whom. It doesn't make a lot of difference. The noteworthy thing is that they do both have a passive healing factor. So as of right now, I'm going to put you guys at half health because of the rate that it heals you guys. We're campaigning. Yep. What's up, Hayes Anderson? How are you? I don't know. What is that? That is 97. And Maz at 90. So they have been restrained. They successfully cut the crown off of Maz's head after I don't know how many sessions you've had it for. Someone who pays more attention to this than me in the comments can put that. Maz has been carrying this thing around for a long time.
Yeah.
It was an item that she got in the Vault of the Seven. Okay, so something that they had hidden away for whatever reason. Maybe they knew what it was. And it had been on Maz's head and largely inactive and just cursing her with a level of insanity for months. And they finally got sick of it, so decided to literally cut it off her head. By cut it off, I mean literally they scalped her and Glitch took a blowtorch to it to get it off. And they got it off. And then a spectral being that existed in like negative light, if that makes any sense, emerged from the crown and they fought it off. And then at the end of that, I think everybody dove for the crown and Morel got it, and Maz and Toland are both restrained, conscious. Maz is slowly slipping into insanity. So Maz, I need you to make wisdom saving throws, please.
Alrighty, 1 second here.
10 is no good, so you fail the first one. We're going to see how far down this we go. Insanity. Alright, so, Maz, Insanity 1. Alright, make another one, please.
Might just be over now.
Yeah, you could just die.
Oh,
4
no.
is no
Okay.
good. Insanity 2. Make another one,
Alright,
please.
Is anything happening here that would indicate you are almost losing your mind?
Yeah, she would be on the floor writhing around and frothing at the mouth.
I mean, just a normal day for me.
1 second. Let's see if there's something I can do here.
Tied up, I could help.
And in the meantime, Toland, I believe, is over there being like,
Oh,
you should give me
God.
the crown. Please give me the crown, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I need the crown, bro.
Maybe you
Give me
should
that
save my
shit.
life first and prove that, you're worthy of it.
I can't save your life unless I have the crown. That is
All right.
the key needed to do this.
All right, Maz, make another roll, please.
Alrighty.
Oh, shit. Okay. Let Maz do a roll first.
We'll do her third one first. 10 is no good. Insanity
Oh, God.
3. Okay, Morel, what are you doing?
Well, I was going to either cast Enhance Ability on her so she could be a bit better at Wisdom, or Greater Resto so she could be less insane.
Greater restoration might work. I don't know.
I mean, that is up to you. If you would like to do one of those things, you're welcome to.
I will take 1 level of Insanity off of Maz.
Okay,
With
with
Greater
Greater
Restoration.
Resto. Okay, so she loses the level 3. But the problem is she's slipping away. So that doesn't stop her from continuing to slip. But please burn the spell slots.
Spell slot is burned.
Okay.
So in hindsight, I could actually probably... Yeah.
So Maz, another save.
And I'm actually going to... I will focus on Enhance Ability for
Okay.
Maz.
Okay, on Wisdom. Or Maz,
Yeah.
we'll get you to re-roll that once he's put the enhance ability on you.
Okay, alright.
Toland, what are you
Because
doing
these
during all
rolls
of
are
this?
shit.
If I'm restrained by the robot or whatever,
You
I'm
are
just gonna
you are currently in the gravity well.
No.
I'm just gonna like Misty step out of it.
Okay.
Oh,
To
that was
like
not what is supposed to happen.
to like
I
there.
don't know if that
if I
math is
can.
working.
That was supposed to be concentration me.
Did that add anything to? Oh, it gives her advantage. Oh, that's
She
good.
get-
That gets
she-
rid of her disadvantage.
So should I roll again or no?
Well, that puts you back at the 3 that he had eliminated. So let's roll again. Sure.
Okay.
God.
These are just really bad rolls, guys. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, it would be helpful if you rolled.
oh no.
This is hilariously bad.
Okay, well you got 3 more rolls until you're dead. Until your mind gets sucked into the void.
I'm going to
Use ant or something to help.
Grab-
I don't know if that even helps.
grab my rail gun
You were tied up.
and
No,
I
he-
Misty stepped.
No, he
He Misty
Misty
stepped out
stepped
of
out
it.
of it.
Oh, shit.
And I'm going to aim it at Maz, and I'm going to put my empty hand towards Morel and say, either you give me the crown, or I can put her down right now, because the longer we let this go on, she's just going to suffer needlessly before she dies.
And you'll lose all
It's
your
up to you.
So you're saying let her die or let her die?
If you give me the crown, I can save her, or
How?
we're just going to watch her. We're just going to watch her die. I can use the powers of the void to cut her connection to the void and stop her from being ripped apart mentally by the void.
That means that you
Again,
become the
how?
void?
When do you have void powers?
I think
I've had
you've
void powers
always.
for a while though. You gave me void skin. My whole body is covered in the thing that's turning her crazy.
That was just to look like Deadpool. That was...
That was to make you look cool. That wasn't for unseen
Yeah.
ramifications.
For this stuff.
Okay, well, while they're having this conversation, Maz, why don't you make another roll?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What to?
That's
Oh my
Use the crown to cut the
horrifically
connection.
bad. How many levels are we at now? We are at
I think I have 2
3,
left.
4.
I think you said I have 2.
2.
Whatever number of rolls minus 1.
Yeah. That's 6.
I have 2
That's
left.
not what I meant to do.
If you think you've got another way and you don't trust me at the crown, I'm all ears because we've got like minutes until Maz is a vegetable.
And I don't trust these rolls.
I
All right, I'm going to blow another Greater Restoration on Maz and hopefully give her another...
slow her down. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, slow it down
Back
a little
off
bit.
5.
Hopefully she can roll above a 10. That'd be nice.
Oh, noted.
Bravo, you got anything?
Bravo is completely unaware of what's going on. He's basically trying to hold her in such a way that she doesn't hurt herself from all of the thrashing.
I think you're actually supposed to let people having a seizure
Bravo
go.
can't find it, and Bravo can't sense the void.
Yeah,
I already tried and tested.
Glitch is
Does
like
Rita have any way to help?
Glitch is like rapidly casting stuff on her and using things, but none of it seems to be making a difference.
Oh, I forgot Quest was here.
Yeah, he came back after the fight was done.
I'm going to... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Morel, clearly,
Yes.
there's some distrust between us with this
You
crown,
just shot Maz.
because she's going to infect the other members of the Seven and effectively stop us on our mission of saving the world and ending Kojima right now. There's no point in being continuing if we don't save Maz and disconnect her. The rest of the Seven will be gone within hours at this point. They have connection. She has the brain chip. The Void doesn't care.
I mean, to be fair, for all you know, what's going on to her is as a result of the brain chip. This is somewhat similar to her being zapped and stuff, right? Just much more extreme.
Yeah, no, I normally get that. Last session I had gotten some information from my hat. I at least know
you
the
said
Void
you
is
give you
in
the
there.
hat too.
Currently, the infection on Maz's brain is too strong for the hat alone. The problem is that if I give Maz the hat, I will die. Maz might live. If I use the crown, I might be able to save myself and then use it to save Maz. That part is remain to be seen. But if we're not going to save her here soon, and we can't think of something soon, we might as well just give up on our quest. The world's going to get taken over by Kojima, and
the world will be
fucking
taken over
die.
by much worse than Kojima. Where am I here? I need to find what the fuck.
I'm gonna throw my railgun on the ground.
Yep. Alright, that's out of character for Toland.
Yeah. A little bit.
He's not resorting to violence. This might be serious.
I mean, shooting me was totally in character.
Oh yeah, 100%. Credence, you got anything?
Credence
like
is
Credence.
currently in powered down. I am a robot mode. Credence has nothing, nothing to contribute here. Listen, there ain't no getting out of jail free card here. This is on you three.
Time to
You got
get
an
real.
anecdote about your ex-wives? Okay.
We're getting real. Time to get real. Here's what I'm gonna do. If Merle's not giving me the crown, I gotta take some drastic measures.
Okay.
Try to save Maz's life. All right, I'm gonna move my little dude over to Maz.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say I'm sorry for this, but I'm gonna try to save you. And I'm gonna take my top hat off and I'm gonna put it on Maz.
And you're
good
certain
Lord,
you
what's
want to
gonna
do
happen now?
this? Like, I'm aware of what's going. Like, I just want to say again, if this does not go to plan, you will be dead.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, your
Don't
character
worry, I'll
will
bring
be
you back
dead,
as-
right? Like, you
You
understand?
be Milo
Sorry, just to be
2.0.
quick. Toland,
So you
how
ran
fast
the
is this happening?
I mean, he's literally doing it right now. What do you mean?
Well, Morel was like,
I was
about to be like, Morel reaches for the crown, and Toland was like, I'm doing it.
I mean, here's what will happen is Toland will start experiencing very similar to Maz, in that he will start kind of shaking around, fall to the ground for sure, and like bits of his suit would start like imploding in, as if there's like negative pressure inside of it. So that's what you see happen after he takes the head off.
Cool. Does the hat get on Maz's head?
The hat goes on Maz's head.
Okay.
Unfortunately, until Toland can do what he's intending to do, the hat's not going to do anything immediately.
No, that's fair. All right. If Toland has dropped his railgun and taken his top hat off, I
Yes.
will hand him the crown.
You're going to have to put the crown on his head at this point because he's in no shape to actually grab it. He's literally like... I can describe to you, as opposed to the things, I can tell you what's going on. His physical being, along with his consciousness, is being pulled into the void. He's trying to resist it because he's got a class that can do that. But he's literally like the reason things are imploding is because the void has no pressure. So his physical body and his suit is getting sucked into the void currently. So he's not. All of his mental effort would be on trying to. I mean, even automatically, like even if because I think his plan is to go in there to try to save Maz, right? Because Maz is getting sucked in there too.
With his helmet on.
Even with his helmet is on. That is correct. But you could put the crown on him with his helmet, conceivably, because the thorn things will like dig into his. You guys saw the picture of the crown on the in the chat. Those will like dig through anything. But even like automatically, like just his like natural instincts of like survival instincts would be like having him resisting it, even if that's what he's wanting to do. So speaking of that, Toland, you got to make wisdom saves as well, broski.
Yeah.
And probably con saves, but we'll start with wisdom.
I like a wisdom save. I'm all right at them.
This according to your plan?
Yeah, everything's
This
all
is
according to
kind
Toland's
of the plan.
plan.
17 is much better. So he resists insanity initially long enough, like he resists the first round of checks, I guess, is what we'll say.
actually,
God.
it should be a 19, actually. Because I have a +2, but it's not adding the +2. You know, I have like the little +2 next to my 10. It should be 10 +2, should it not be?
That's how that should work, correct? Let me look at your character sheet here.
Because I get like a +2 next to all of my saves because of my prestige class. But it's just doing, yeah.
Oh, no. That +2 is factored into that. So it would be 8 + 2. That's the +10.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah. So, that's what's happening in front of you, Morel. You got to decide what to do. Maz's consciousness is right on the edge. Like, she's about to be dead. I mean, frankly, Maz, you should make another save.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna jam.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Um,
No. It's just not happening.
your
to me.
rolls, this is insane how bad the rolls have been. Have you rolled above, like,
A 10? No.
a 10? Okay.
No.
11 was the highest roll, actually.
11 was the highest.
All right, 6. She's
All right.
at 6 of 7 levels of insanity.
All right, I am going to burn another greater resto.
Okay.
And
Are you taking your damage for these? Or is Greater Arresto is a 5th level spell, isn't it?
level 5.
Yeah, nice. That's why I changed it in the next version.
Like my lucky rerolls on 1.
No, that's probably going to stay. I know I've been saying it, but it's probably going to still be there.
It's
I've been adjusting
And-
the druid class. Okay.
Good job, guys. I'm getting hot nerfed. It's great. And all right, greater resto on Maz, and then I'm going to jam the crown onto Toland's dumb helmeted head.
Okay. Okay. You jam it onto his head. Toland, I need you to make con saves first off, because this thing is literally about to like eat into your skull.
Con save.
7 is 13 is not very good, so we'll do piercing damage. D12s.
Guys, just save. It's not hard.
I highly suggest you don't hellish rebuke the crown.
I won't.
I think that would be a very poor decision.
Do it.
Maybe there's
You're a coward.
Fuck it. Why not?
Just clear
Uh,
all initiative.
When we get to these scenarios where we say "fuck it, do it," is why we end up where we're currently at.
I
Okay.
know. I know.
Okay, I
right,
was
so-
all for just helping with the ground until you planted that little seed in my head of what about this? What about the case?
What about the what?
What about the case?
The box?
And throw Maz's guns into the case, and I was like, or I could do the skin thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's a thing. Okay, so Toland, I also need you to make a series of wisdom saves. To resist the crown, otherwise you will gain a permanent 1 level of insanity. 22 is very good. Okay, then you do not gain the 1 level of insanity. And
I have a crazy idea, but it's cool. So
I'm going to move the crown over into your actual inventory. Let me move this thing over. Put this thing back up. Toland, you're obviously able to identify the crown because you literally know what it is.
You're going to tell us?
I mean, it's not any different than what you guys
I mean,
saw.
he's thrashing on the ground right now, so it may be.
Yeah.
Well, this is why we're going to get... Well, with him passing both those checks, or I guess the second check, he would probably stop thrashing. Where are we going here? I need to move from Morel's inventory over to Toland's inventory.
I just want verification, like, where this thing is from and what it is.
The Sovereign's
From the
crown.
Yeah, but
His inventory, we will identify it.
I feel like there's something I'm not cluing in on.
The Sovereign's crown, and he's going to equip it. And then you put the top hat. Where the fuck's the top hat in here?
I'm calling it Mr. Hat.
Maz's.
That's from the top.
Oh yeah, animated top hat. All right, inventory. That goes over to Maz. Okay, and now I need to actually read what the fuck the crown does. Specifically, and then decide if your whole plan actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so your consciousness is whisked away into the void. At this point, you stop thrashing, and I need you to. Probably the best way to do this is for you to actually make death saves, even though you're not like dead. You're effectively going to be dead. So.
Yeah, I got disadvantage on these guys, so we're gonna see what happens.
Sick.
Oh my god, I can actually help with this.
Okay, so I'm going to try to call on the any powers I have from the hat or the 7 to try to help
Oh
him
yeah,
too.
here, Maz, we'll put the hat on you. The first thing it does, it gives you a +1 to your charisma.
If my consciousness is not in my body anymore, and they're casting stuff on my body, does that affect me in any meaningful way?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
I'm not even sure if that would
it depends on. I mean, it'll depend on what you think, because we have successfully stopped your entire body from being ripped into the void, like physically.
That doesn't mean his soul's not going to be ripped into the void, just because his body's still here.
That is correct. That's the point I'm making. Okay, so Maz gains. Oh yeah, I gotta move the pet over to you. This is the.
Yeah, the top hat. You can turn it into like a summon, like it's a little drone that you can fly as well.
Yeah,
I wouldn't recommend taking it off, but
no, but interesting.
If his plan works, I would suggest you literally never take it off ever again.
Okay.
All right. So here's the big thing: the anime top hat can use its action to grant advantage to an ally within 5 feet in their next attack roll. Okay, so it can do that for you. It also has survey, so it gives you advantage on perception and investigation checks, which I will add. You already have perception. Top hat. This gives ADVCH. And it has a rudimentary intelligence in it that you are able to ask questions to. So in the private chat with me.
Right, so similar to how the 7 works then.
Yeah, doesn't know as much. It's more it's more stuff about like the current situation that you're in. Because the top hat is there. It can see, right?
Right.
So it can give you hints and stuff. It's smarter than you. Is the idea.
Of course.
Right?
I mean, Maz isn't very smart as you've seen.
No, but it uses like your intelligence and then adds some to it to kind of figure out situations. It's literally like it is a magical item from Santa that literally exists to do that. What Toland's about to do with it is completely fucking insane. But we're gonna
Santa item?
Give you a what?
Oh, he gave me an item he got from Santa. That's wow.
Yeah, he's like actually trying to help here. It's very weird.
Yeah.
It tells you
You
that
can understand why I was suspicious.
Listen. I'm amazed you went for it. To be honest with you, and it may still backfire in your face. We are not done. Okay. So give me a second. I'm just getting all this shit set up on Maz. Oh my god, Maz, you gotta fucking sell some stuff.
Yeah.
This is lunacy.
I know. I'm a hoarder. Okay. Got it.
To be fair to Maz, I keep my inventory clean by giving her shit.
I also keep my inventory clean by giving her all of my junk.
The way to solve that is to give me a bag of holding. Maybe.
Yeah, but that doesn't solve it. It just means you don't overload. It doesn't actually solve the problem.
Yeah, no, it doesn't solve it. Yeah, I have so many things right now that I kind of forget some of the shit I have.
We are at our hub, just in the area that you camp. Put all the shit that is junk in like a pile in your tent or in your corner. Or...
The biggest thing though is that because I'm a potion maker, I have to carry around certain things.
Yeah,
right?
So don't get rid of the potion, but if you haven't used it in like 8 sessions, get rid of it.
I mean, just the sheer number of weapons on your character is fucking hard.
You never know when it'll be useful.
She's carrying around a rock. A literal rock. A gray stone.
I thought
that's
that's a nomadic trinket. My bad.
Yeah, that's a nomadic trinket. I thought I gave that to Risa so that she could sharpen her
the magnetic
weapons.
stabilizers.
But I don't use it.
Potion. Well, it's a nomadic trinket. If you give it to... Oh, no, Risha can use it, conceivably.
Risa is a nomad.
Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that in a minute. Okay, so that's set up.
Yeah.
And now give me a second to put this thing on Toland's, and then we will get into what happens next. Inventory... The Sovereign's Crown.
This is all going to plan.
It is so far going mostly to plan. The thing is that Toland had a plan, and I didn't tell him everything.
Yeah.
Surprise!
See, now that I've got the crown, I didn't tell them everything either.
I know. No, I'm totally and completely aware of that. I know exactly what you're saying.
And I pointed that out today. I said to him, I'm like, he said I'm not lying, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but there's a difference between lying and omitting the truth, or not telling the entire truth. And he's like, I plead the fifth, and I'm like, haha.
I had my plan had 5 different endings, all depending on what Morel did. I was going to pivot to what part of the plan. When I said it was a perfect plan, because it was like 6 plans layered on top of each other, and depending on how Morel reacted to what I was going to do.
Yeah, the thing is that he now has the crown, so now he can do whatever he wants with the crown.
He wants.
Yeah.
You can just kill us all.
As long as he survives.
All right, so add a.
So far, this part
damn it.
was in the plan, actually. I actually planned this part.
This is
it's like
8D10.
Still going to the plan. The plan is still working as of right now.
Entropic.
Oh, I have a question about that later.
Oh yeah, Jesus! I forgot about the radiant poison and force magic has no effect thing. Okay, I need to add a heal.
I am becoming very powerful.
Add a
if I live.
Effect.
So, can I ask then, like, have I just not been using these items correctly then? Because I didn't seem to gain any power as far as I'm aware when I had the crown on me. It seems like it was just bad. All bad.
The difference between me and you is that I put the crown on and I am getting the power because my prestige class is I'm the champion of the things that were infecting your brain.
Okay.
Yeah, he straight up like he works for the bad guys. He thinks he's going to like use their power against them, but yeah, heal 20 because that goes on.
You work for the bad guys. Well, that isn't
the terrain and the air.
I don't work for the bad guys. I work for the people who are trying to stop the bad guy.
We are
conceivably that is true.
We are, yeah.
Add a cast. This is a.
If anyone in this campaign is the bad guys, it is us.
Half on success.
I already said this last session. You can either save the world or be the good guys. You can't do both.
This is a con save, which is good for Morel and bad for Maz.
I'm gonna be honest saying this. I think Maz is probably like the most good aligned of everyone in this group.
Maz might
he
be
used
the
to be a
only
serial killer.
Person. All right, so planner breaches now. Oops, I need to fix this.
I think it's more
breach. Yeah.
is now in your abilities. The damage is the damage of the thing if they fail their con save on there,
okay.
And the heal is an effect on yourself, Toland, that you put on yourself, and you only take it off when you leave the area, which is 300 feet. So probably will never happen when you use this. Okay, so Toland, you want to actually be able to use the crown, correct?
Yeah.
To do things. In order to do that, you're going to have to actually give yourself up to the void for some length of time.
So my plan is this. Plan is simple. Give myself to the void, and on the inside, cut off the connection from Maz
to Maz. Yeah. And then the question will be how to get you out. But we'll start with that. So, if Toland is if you are actually giving this up, then the kind of collapse of your physical being is going to continue. And I need to warn you that if this goes wrong, your character is dead.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm fully aware at this point. I've already said that I've gotten too many hand wavy, you're still alive moments. I'm doing it anyway.
So the first thing is anyone going to try to stop? I mean, Maz, you are incredibly insane.
Yeah, I can't.
So you're no longer thrashing and all this kind of stuff, but you are like you're one check from dead, right? So we're just gonna suspend.
Yeah, I'm just not going to.
Yeah. Am I allowed to move right before I get sucked into the void?
I don't know how you would do that. This is all happening in really quick succession right after that combat, right? Otherwise, if any length of time had passed, you'd all be dead already.
Unless I can contact the sisters at all, just to say, I mean, even if it's mumbling gibberish. I don't know.
Yeah, Maz, if you want to contact the sisters, you definitely can. If you would like to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to tell them what's going on and see if they can help, but I'm not even sure if I can verbalize that at this point.
That's fair.
Okay, they're responding to you right now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Maz, what the fuck did you do?
All it says is, kill me. So, I mean, I don't know if that's... Yeah.
Yeah, you get back, the deafening screams of a hellscape. Honestly, I wouldn't have contacted the sisters. That probably would have just heavily backfired on you. Okay. So, Toland, you're unable to communicate with the party a bit while this is happening. So the question's really going to be if Morel's going to try to find any way to stop this. But your suit continues to implode on itself as if you're at the bottom of the ocean type thing. And this will continue until you disappear and there's just the crown sitting on the floor.
Is it his skin is doing the void and his suit's coming along for the ride, or is it all of it?
It is everything. He doesn't have his gun.
Okay.
He did make a note of having chucked his gun. But it is...
Yes, he did.
It is... If you want to get technical... Well, here's the question. Why don't you make a fucking medicine check to see?
No. Why would you make it medicine?
I don't know
the
how
most useless check there is.
I mean, 19.
Hell yeah.
So you would note that Toland has no heartbeat. He's not breathing. By every measurable method that you're aware of, Toland is already dead.
And I don't even have a lightning bolt to Frankenstein this.
Right?
Neat.
So, yeah, as he's collapsing, is there anything you would like to do beyond just checking if he's alive?
This is the side of game, but I mean, Maz does have tasers in her backpack. You could take one.
Maz is currently on the floor having a really great conversation.
This is outside of the game. Nicole is telling him this.
with the table leg that's nearby.
All right. Okay, Morel can reasonably assume this is void related, considering the crown and everything that's been going on with Toland.
Correct. From your observation, it would look like he's being sucked into the crown potentially.
Yeah. Is there anything cleansing to do here?
Your sacred cleansing thing? I mean, you wouldn't know. You could try.
I don't think it would, but... All right. There's a couple things I can think of. So first off, we're going to try cleansing on Toland, see if that helps in any way, shape, or form.
Yep. So go ahead and cast that.
Probably not. Here goes my 9th level spell slot.
Oh, good lord.
I cannot wait for season 2 where this is not ones. I'm changing it. The big change, Morel, is it's going to be D4s instead of ones.
Ooh, that is a lot more health.
It's a lot more health. It needs to be, though. You have proven to me how broken this class is, okay?
Yeah, casting on Con is great.
The caster that uses Con,
Yeah.
which is the best stat in 5e, because
Yeah.
he has infinite fucking HP now.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, yes, so... cleansing
I will get back to this, but...
as you do it, sort of, as Toland's suit is crushing, faintly glowing blue ichor sort of squishes out of it when you cast cleansing, and then he rapidly evaporates, but otherwise seems to have no effect.
Yeah.
Did you get rid of my mark?
Something like that.
What? Your mark?
You're no longer the spiritual leader of this decimated tribe. Right. I am going to attempt heal on Toland.
That you can do.
Which...
I think you have to drag the actual healing over.
Yeah, positive energy, 70 HP, which Toland there is. And then a couple conditions it ends, and then... we'll see.
Okay. Anything else before
If that helps.
It does not stop this from happening. Toland, you momentarily feel better.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, but his body's still collapsing into the void?
Absolutely.
Alright. I'm going to do something I do not want to do.
Which is?
I'm going to stick my head into the suitcase and tell them to play nice.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Out of all the things that I had planned for, that was not in the top
That was not on my
days.
list.
It's a good story.
Saving throw?
Yeah, you're about to get sucked into the suitcase.
Oh, no.
Okay, this did not happen last time. It just,
No, last time you opened,
eyeballed me and eyeballed them back, and it was cool.
And looked. You didn't say anything about sticking your head in the damn thing.
Okay, fair.
Oh, no.
Sick.
Oh, no.
That was on 20, and then it just hit.
Okay, Morel, I need...
Yep.
Wow, this is going to have to be fucking... this session is totally different than I thought it was going to be. I mean, you just get sucked into the suitcase. You will take a metric fuck ton of damage. Let's see. Do you need to breathe? Do we need to establish that you breathe?
That's a good question.
I mean,
It is
he's
a
a
great
tree
question,
person.
right?
Trees need oxygen.
We do, yeah.
I'm a mushroom, thank you.
I mean, mushrooms need oxygen, too.
8. Good news
I
is
believe,
you're
like, I don't think
resistant
you
to
can
psychic
survive
damage.
without
I
oxygen.
am
good.
trying to see if...
You rolled a natural 1 on your con check for what were you concentrating on?
Oh, that was Maz's enhanced
He still
ability.
succeeded,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's
Well,
an hour.
no,
Yeah, but
that
I'm not-
one is a failure. Okay. And so that's that. Then the piercing will do piercing damage, I guess? That's probably what makes most sense. Do. Maz, yeah, the problem is
no.
Morel's also like resistant to the fucking planet. And but you are part dragon now, so that is helpful in your current situation.
Ooh, yeah.
Morel, you are literally part dragon, which is good. Actually, that is probably good for the whole scenario. Okay, so Morel, you get just sucked right into the void. Toland continues to collapse the way he is. Maz, the great news is that 6/7 of your consciousness are already there, so you get to be part of this too.
Nice.
You guys find your... I guess I'm gonna make a new map. Give me a second here. I'll make a new map. We'll close this one.
Oh, and this is part of your plan.
This was not part of Toland's plan. I will tell you that.
This was not part of the plan. This was not part of the plan.
So,
is the plan fucked? Not currently.
Well, you conceivably have help now. Sort of.
I mean, I didn't particularly need it.
No, that's true. Okay, give me 2 seconds.
Are we gonna lose?
I was giving myself to the void for a reason. I wasn't just like doing it. I kind of needed to get. I was trying to save Maz from the inside.
Yeah. Well, that will still be the plan. But now you have to save.
Yeah.
Morel. You got to get him out as well.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yours some explanations after this.
So you guys all plunge into a space that isn't space. I don't know how to describe it. You are in a realm where distance, length, time, all these things have no meaning of any kind. Time is, in fact, it could almost be considered to be all moments are infinitely long as well as completely momentary. The only thing that you can observe in any meaningful way is in the far, far, far distance are small little lights that kind of look, are reminiscent of stars. Your minds, Maz's is fucked, so what she's going to see is going to be very different. Morel, make a wisdom save for me, please.
Yes.
I was going to say those are told.
15.
Oh, come on.
No, that's not bad. 15's okay. It could be worse.
I'm watching these dice spin on high numbers, then just...
I know. Oh, that's funny, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
So, Morel takes 1 level insanity. Roll again.
Wisdom again?
Yes, please. Okay, Morel takes a 2nd level insanity. Roll again, please. Yeah, so the DC was 20, bro. Roll.
Take rolls too, or?
Take a. No. You passed that first one. Also, you're like kind of immune to this shit.
Yeah.
And one more.
Have any of us roll? What is the highest we've rolled tonight?
13.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. On important things, 13, yeah. I rolled a 19 on my medicine check, but that's about it. God.
You rolled a medicine check on my dead body and did good. You found out I was dead.
Right.
All right, one more there, Morel, please.
Oh, one more? Okay.
Yes, please. There you go. There you go. Okay,
nice.
Cool. So you do not grab the 4th level of it. So each of you experience, your brains can't really comprehend what's going on, right? So you're each going to sort of see the space in a different way. Maz would be in a field of flowers with mountains in the distance. I'm just going to put all 4 of these up. That's perfect. I'm just going to copy that image. This works really well. Give me a second.
Maz is getting the greatest high of all time, just tripping balls in the void.
Probably.
That's what we do. We go around with the chest and we tell the people, you want to get so high you see a different world? Just pop in this chest.
That being said, I love people when they don't understand what tripping balls means. They think that it's great.
No. Tripping
Usually,
balls bad. Bad.
It's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're about to be ripped apart and killed, but for like a millisecond, you saw something.
Almost certainly about to all. You guys may all die. Well, unless Toland can literally, it really is going to come down to Toland's ability to save you from these things. Okay, so
like Starry Night.
Share record.
A little bit.
I'm just going to put Maz's token on one of them. Think. Oh, holy shit!
Sure.
We'll change that.
That's fair.
Delete this token. The grid is going to be a lot bigger. Okay.
Don't do that. No.
That. You talking to your cat? Maz will go Morel. And Toland. Here, and I will just do. Just black this one out for the sake of it. Yeah, cool. So, you guys got the image up?
Yeah, I do. I do.
All right, so Maz, infinite field of flowers with mountains that no matter how long you walk towards them, they never get closer. Morel, not super dissimilar. You have a field of like drying grass with mountains in the distance and a forest on the horizon, but you also can't reach that. And then Toland, similarly, but is closer to seeing what it actually is potentially. Toland is just an infinite field. So this is how your brain is kind of trying to comprehend what it can't comprehend. So it's creating an image that is somewhat familiar to you so that you don't completely just die. It is also worth noting that each of you sees the other person, as well as everything else that is in the void. So, like, basically the chest is there, just kind of floating in space. There are numerous flickering in and out of your perception on the ground. So in place of the flowers or the grass or what have you, is like infinite numbers of corpses and like dead body parts and things that your brain can't comprehend, and it's just kind of flickering in and out of your perception. And the stars in the distance, a number of them are larger than the others and suddenly begin racing towards you. Toland, you see them as the court.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Is there like 7 of them coming towards us?
There
or
is.
whatever the hell
There
it
is. There is.
There are people.
There's exactly that many. Suddenly beside you, Toland, the steward appears. So I guess there's 6 coming towards you, who you've kind of formed an accord with. What do you do?
You wanna help?
Bear in
my
mind,
friends out here?
you have infinite time to discuss this, and none.
Help me get my friends out of here before your other friends rip them apart, please.
You would see Maz as sort of frayed, as if all of her parts are being stretched and pulled away from herself. So like all of her limbs, this is all on top of her. Her limbs are all detached and like floating and doing their own things. Meanwhile, Morel's just looking around like, huh.
This is what doing drugs feels like.
Morel, you're experiencing paranoia, disorientation, and an obsession with detail.
Did you ever like help?
So everything is the same.
There you go.
I'll give you anything, Stuart. You just got to get them out of here. Get my friends. Do I have the crown on my head?
Oh yeah. Actually,
no, you do not currently have the crown on your head. The crown is back out.
I know we're seeing different things. Are we aware of each other?
Yes, you see each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. In fact, you are each other.
We're all connected.
Well, because space has no meaning here, so there's no separation.
They just see me talking to the stars.
Yeah, but
they don't see.
Your brain trying to comprehend it would have you guys all standing in close proximity. And they would see you talking to a large, glowing, bright light.
Oh, that looks...
What you guys hear, or what your perception would try to describe it as, is from every direction, just continuous shrieking. loud, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of voices, all screaming like at the absolute top of their lungs in like just absolute agony. So
Fun.
the steward could conceivably help you, Toland. He could in fact get both of these people out of here if you wanted him to. You have to give him something though. Probably another memory. But
listen, man, I'll give you like every good memory I've ever had as long as you get my friends out of here.
I mean, how are you gonna play that role play wise?
I'm just gonna be angry all the time.
Just be angry all the time. Every good memory you've ever had. I mean, that's extreme. Let's get more particular here, okay?
Okay, let's see it. All right, I already gave up that. Can't give up that.
Morel, you.
Yep.
So you are. The noteworthy thing with you being draconic is that you are sort of the antithesis of this space. So anytime you, from your perception, try to move towards this light or even towards Toland, it like bends and warps away from you. Sort of like a magnetic field pushing something away and then kind of rubbering back.
Huh.
Crazy idea.
I'll briefly try moving further away and see if that brings me closer. If this is like backwards rules.
It does not.
Okay.
Yeah. It.
They're equal and opposite.
Well, and again, once again, technically you all are each other. Space hippie magic.
I have a crazy idea.
This episode's Dune.
Yeah.
Finally.
Okay. I think I got an idea.
Okay, what is it?
Saying to this guy, not really huge on giving another memory because it's going to cost, because there's not a whole lot of information that I hold dear, so it would be one of the important ones. What I want to do is...
Alternatively, you could just give him one of these guys and like just save one of them.
Memories. We're all connected. Couldn't I give a memory?
Yeah, he could consume the other one.
Well, no, I'm trying to disconnect you from the void, Matt.
No, but because we're all
you're going to keep your
connected.
connection.
Okay.
Here's what I
meant
want to do.
before I was with the 7, but all right, it doesn't work that way.
It does not.
Well, like,
there's a specific
interacting with this guy, just here's what I want to do. Realizing that I am the champion of the Eternal Court, I am going to try to use the power of all 7 members of the court to create a block and send us out of the void, if I can.
Okay.
Just literally like willing the energy of the void as like a shield against these things, because I do know that they can kill each other, so I'm like they're clearly not immune to the effects of the void.
Most definitely they are not. How do you propose, like how do you propose doing this? You want to create, you're wanting to shield you guys? Because shielding you guys and pushing you out of the void are different things.
Well, I want to push us out of the void.
Yeah,
is the main thing.
Yeah, I think to get you out of the void, like the situation will be you have to make another bad deal with this guy. Yeah, it turns out, Maz, by the way, you're not the only one who's made bad decisions.
Wow.
All right, give me like
Toland got
30
mixed
seconds
up
while I
with
think
the wrong crowd.
Take
your time. Take your time. There's no
rush. This party's perfectly functional.
It's only a couple of memories that would be important enough. Like, because we gave. Yeah, okay.
Morel, considering that you are sort of antithesis to what is happening, you know, the idea of having some sort of a shield to the situation is conceivably something you could do easier than Toland.
Gotcha.
Because you are.
I mean, I guess we are all we are one at the moment, so I would have an idea of what he's doing.
At some level, yeah. You would sense his intention.
I feel what he's going to do, and I will, I guess, cast my mind in the same direction and add a little dragon fire to it if I can.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at what your fucking actual spells are.
do not look at my spells right now. There is very little.
Antipathy. Oh yeah, you took a bunch of them out. I'm seeing that. You usually have way more than this. Okay, I got one. Here's what you can do. If you want to actually protect you guys from the situation you're in, you have to give up one of your dragon hearts.
Oh.
Can I? So, how big of a memory are we talking? Anything that just isn't everything?
I don't know, man.
Like,
You're negotiating with the DM.
Can I? So, like,
throw your ideas at me.
I've got two main ideas.
Yeah.
Idea number one. Just completely trade the memories of my family with this thing to get us out of here. Idea number two, trade the memories I have of this group to get us out of here. I
mean, those are more extreme than what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have.
Those are like end game scenario. I mean, I guess this is kind of that, but
it's like we don't get out of here, we're just gonna die. But I don't have anything else that my character would deem like important enough to give him as like a worthy trade.
Yeah, let me think for a second.
If I give the memories of Cassimy, I was only with her for like a few months. I was there like 3 years.
Are we offering memories?
He is offering memories, yes.
So I that's why I was like, well, can I not give him something too, like a memory from before, like potentially my grandfather or my brother or something, right?
Fully open to making deals. Like he's all for it. Toland is trying to stop you from doing it.
Like I will
but
give Milo up.
He will corrupt whichever one of you would like to be.
Matt, Matt. If you do it, the seven are guaranteed to be fucked. That's why don't do it. Don't make a deal with this thing because the world will end. I can make a deal with this thing because I don't have a connection to the seven. I can make this deal. You have a connection to the seven. The rest of the seven are probably dead, which ends our chances of beating Hideki Kojima.
True.
This is why I'm like, I can take this.
Right.
Because we're in here to disconnect you from the void. If you make a deal with this guy, it'll solidify your connection to the void and all of the work that we just did to get to this point will be undone.
However, I do have a lot of birth memories floating around my head that Morel has, frankly, no use for. So.
He does. Like your old life memories.
My previous all the disjointed memories of my previous life that Morel regards with some interest, but like.
I mean, for sure, he'd be game for that. That's almost like it's a disjointed entire lifetime, right?
It's disjointed several lifetimes.
Yeah. I mean, he'd take that deal, Toland. If you're the one who gets to decide if the deal gets taken, but he would take that deal. The steward would for sure.
Can I get super specific with what
I
give him? Like,
let's hear it.
So, like, instead of forgetting like his wife and his daughter, can he forget the day that his daughter was born?
Who, Morel?
No, Toland.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is I don't know that right now the steward.
I think Morel's memories are enough to cover the.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making. Is that Morel is. Frankly, he's offering him a hell of a lot more because it's not a particular memory. He's offering him like hundreds of memories to get them out of there.
Yeah, no, I completely get that, but this is like the ante of his abilities. This is not something he should want to be connected to.
I agree. So, the memory of the day your kid was born is probably too specific.
You're gonna have to give that whole lifetime.
Well, no, not necessarily.
Her whole
we can make this real easy. The steward says yes to Morel's offer and just poofs him back into reality. I'll describe how that happens later. But Morel's out of the conversation now.
Sorry. I was like, wait, can I give Toland my memories and Toland can deal?
Nope, too late.
I'm gone. And I do get a mechanical benefit from those previous lives, so we can have a conversation about that after.
God damn it.
And Morel poofs in a flash of dragon flame.
Correct.
So now there's
The endless field has a small burning circle on it that.
So Morel, when you come back into reality, the chest is violently shaking the way the crown was.
I have an idea.
Sorry, open and violently shaking, or closed and
It is
violently shaking?
Closed and violently shaking. Go ahead, Toland.
Huh.
I'm gonna look at all, assuming all 7 members of the court are like here.
At this point, they are all there, just like they are simultaneously there and also millions of miles away. So yes, the court is most definitely there. Maz, you see that as millions and millions of hands, all reaching out to you in like slow motion, like to grab at you.
I have my void gun. I never threw that because I thought I could use it in the void because it's a void gun. I'm gonna like actively shoot the hands that are trying to touch Maz with the void gun.
Okay, cool. That'll delay what's happening.
I'm going to look at all 7 members of the court. I want to tell them that if they get Maz out of here, I can promise them something that's greater than any memory or anything that these people that we could offer, but Maz would have to be sent out of the void.
Well, you need to be more specific.
I'll be more specific once they send Maz out of the void.
Yeah, it feels like no deal. I feel like they wouldn't give 2 flying fucks, bro. They'd be like, yeah, sure, heard that one before.
Yeah, no. See, the reason.
Make I guess a persuasion check.
I could try. I could try. You never know. I mean, you never know.
27 is a very high check. Okay. They will...
You can bring her back. She's still connected.
Yeah. I was saying they will cautiously. They'll send her sort of what's there for physical form out of the void. This does not solve any of Maz's insanity or.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix that when I get back out and get the crown. I'm still gonna try to use the crown like.
You're negotiating the use of the crown right now. You have all the powers of the crown right now. This is just what you're experiencing in learning how to.
Yeah, I'm fully understand.
So they're gonna hold you to whatever this fucking bargain was, and for the record, they know what the bargain was, even though you hadn't told me what it is yet.
I'm about to say it out loud.
Okay.
I just didn't want any of my companions in the void with me while I said it out loud, so they couldn't hear it in character.
Wow.
I want. Looking at the members, all 7 members of the court, knowing that you guys are looking
members of the
for
court,
like people, like things to inhabit. 2 really strong things to inhabit were just in the void, and the second, and I mean within seconds of you letting me use these people to stop Hideki Kojima, they have connections. I know Maz. I know I'll cut her connection, but she'll still have the skin. I can reopen that connection any day, and I'll give them to you after you let me use them to save the world.
I mean, they aren't yours to give, though, right? Is the thing. Yeah. And as far as these guys are concerned, you're like.
They don't believe that you have
you can't really. You can You can absolutely reconnect them to the void, without question.
I'm cutting Maz from the void when we get out of here with the crown.
Yep.
The deal is that once we save the world, I reopen the connection.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea. I mean, they're also going to want you to open a lot more connections than that, though. Like that's like especially if you're going to be their sort of chosen vessel on this planet. One person ain't going to cut it, right? What they probably want, I would say, because at this point you're not out yet, right? So,
I know that.
There's all kinds of negotiating to be had here. I mean, they are without question. There's a couple people they want. They definitely want Kojima. They're going to want access to him. And they will absolutely promise, like, listen, he'll suffer, without question. He will have a bad time under these guys' influence. So like the next time you meet Kojima, you need to rip open a portal to this plane.
I can just already kind of do that.
But you need to do it with Kojima around, which is not a given.
I mean,
because he's a
at the end of the campaign, I feel like at some point he's going to be within 300 feet of me.
Yep, probably. Yeah,
that's a pretty safe bet.
So that for sure. They want complete access to the 7, which they will get through Maz. So I guess you're already offering that up. They will.
So you're offering up essentially what they wanted to begin with, but it's not going to happen until the end of the campaign.
Potentially. I'm not done. They can't inhabit Morel. So you're going to have to kill him. Doesn't have to be now.
So, I guess I'm not understanding here, esteemed members of the court. If you can't inhabit Morel, what makes you think you can inhabit Kojima? Kojima is a way stronger dragon.
Oh, they're going to they have leave that up to them. They have a plan.
Does that plan include the Sovereign?
Potentially, yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. They will. Yeah, leave that up to them. They got that figured out. But no, they cannot inhabit Morel. They can't, and they. Again, it's not that they want to inhabit Kojima, for the record. They want him, and they want to like tear him apart for eternity.
Also, fine print. I would love it, and I mean love it, if you motherfuckers would stop trying to fight over my body every 5 seconds when I go to sleep.
Yeah, there's absolutely no dice on that.
I can't get anything done when you guys fight every single night.
I mean, if you guys want to set some sort of rotational schedule, and they can share custody, we could do that.
If you guys trust Stuart.
They don't. None of them immediately. They all viciously attack Stuart. Stuart gets torn apart and then suddenly materializes on the other side of you.
We'll take that as a no. Listen, me and Stuart has been figuring this shit out. I mean, we've been only together for like a little bit, and we've already like infected multiple people. I have a pretty good track record. I've been pretty loyal.
The other thing so there's more that they want though. Like for sure, I have to think about this. What do these guys want? So they will inform you that the Imperium is now in the possession of a weapon that can destroy an anchor. And it would be great if there were no anchors.
That is a goal that I am trying to fix. That was a goal before I met you guys that I had.
Okay.
Sorry.
How to make that happen?
Just for clarification, above the table, what is Toland getting out of this? He's giving the world up.
He is getting the crown, which is one of the most powerful artifacts in existence. He's getting to continue to live, and mostly just that. And he gets all these void powers. His entire prestige class is based around this. We just haven't had the opportunity to have this conversation with the entire group. It has only been him with the steward. So,
Merle, you remember earlier in the week when you said this whole thing was an orchestrated Toland power grab? Yeah, you were
were completely correct. You were bang on.
I fell for it.
Basically you've given Toland Morel, like above the table, you've given Toland a thing that can literally just at will rip open portals to the void, and close them, like whenever and wherever he wants.
Goody.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Which means I'm closing the chest. at some point in the next 48 hours.
So here is the noteworthy thing is that if you fail any of this, right, you're just going to be torn apart for eternity in the void. Like, these guys will absolutely fucking wreck you, and they have full access to you, right? Like, unlike like you are a vessel of the void at this point, right? So these guys at any given time can absolutely ruin. I mean, they can ruin any of these plans, but they also, like, if you fail at any of this, you're fucked. You are totally, completely fucked.
No, like, fully understand that. When I succeed and everything gets destroyed, can I be the 8th member of the court?
I mean, that's not how that works. So they
can I be? I'm going to be in the void, assumedly.
Well, if you fail all of this, you'll be in the void. Yeah.
Yeah, but if the world ends, aren't they just going to be in the void?
Oh, they didn't say anything about the world ending.
Yeah, but you want me to destroy all the anchors?
Yeah. Then they can do what they want. Then they can do what they want with the world.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that would end again when above table. When I had talked about the world ending, I meant more like societies and stuff. It doesn't literally blow up the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you manage to take down all the anchors, right, the situation will be such that the Anora is being effectively held in a physical state by the anchors. Without anchors, it just devolves into all of its base elemental compounds or elemental substances and will be drifting endlessly through the void, which means these guys will actually have something that they can play with. Because currently they have a whole lot of nothing. Other than basically you.
Has the connection with the Marshal been secured?
The connection with the Marshal is fully formed.
Right.
The Marshal. Listen, the situation is such that there are connections currently. You with the Steward. There is a connection with the Marshal. There is currently a connection with the Squires with Maz, but part of this deal is to sever that connection. Hence why it's so significant to them, because that denies one of the court their ability to interact with reality. There is also a connection with the... Let me bring this up. I need the actual list of the members, because I don't remember them off the top of my head. Probably in Morel's thing.
Don't worry, Maz. I'm not giving them anything. We'll get you fine here in a sec.
I don't know if I trust you anymore.
Your characters don't know any of this.
I know, but as a person...
Images. The Younger Gods.
Because regardless of whether or not this works out, I mean, yeah, okay, we may live a few more months, but
Steward
gave them like access to the world.
The Steward has a connection to the world right now. The Marshal has a connection to the world right now. Technically, the Squires do, and the Herald does. The Librarian and the Chaplain, as well as eventually the Squires, will need vessels of some kind or some means to.
Can I get
and this will have to happen before you take down the anchors.
Can I get identities to some of these people so we can meet up and work together?
I mean, you know the Marshal.
I know the Marshal.
The Herald you would get as a... Oh, hey, Ethan's watching the stream. What's up,
Ethan? Yeah, Ethan, we're fucked.
The Herald is currently... inside someone of extreme dubious sanity, is about as much information as you could get. Frankly, you should be able to put the pieces together.
It'll take me a couple of weeks, probably.
Yeah, probably, but you'll get there, Toland, I'm sure. The Herald is definitely out there.
My first initial reaction is Glitch, because he's the only person I know dubious insanity.
Yeah, could be. The Marshal is where you think it is.
Oh shit! I know. Never mind. I figured it out.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
Yeah. Maz is sending me stuff. Wait a minute. You're not the Herald. No, Maz, it's not you.
I know who the Herald is.
Yeah, it's not you. You had the squires were trying to take over your brain, and have given it up.
Okay.
Based
well,
on
I
this
just
deal.
assumed because you said Herald because you will serve as Herald, right?
Oh yeah, unrelated.
That was
Unrelated. So the way that the names of the court work is that they, again, you don't experience language with them, right? So they are rough representations of these characters' personalities and roles within the court. So hence the steward, the librarian, the marshal, the herald, the chaplain, the squire, and the sovereign. Right? So they would have names that don't exist in language, shit like that. Toland says R.I. or Ethan says R.I.P. by the way. But yeah.
Ethan, you don't get the R.I.P. Yes.
Well, I think we are most of the way to that being settled. So, yeah, basically, you have if you're gonna get out of this, you got to do the shit that they want. That list is left open with a and other services ? Or tick mark because I have to think of the actual details. But at this point, it sounds like you're willing to go the full distance on it, which is good.
I've already done most of the stuff that the steward has told me to do. You guys are the same shit. You need something done, you just tell me, and I kind of just do it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you're gonna have to do all the dragons need to be gone, permanently gone, which is not a given thing, but they don't want the dragons. And the no dragons, the anchors gone, which is hard because there's 72 of them. 71 now.
This might take me longer than a regular human's lifespan.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure because there's a lot of anchors. Can I use some of the dragons to help me stop Kojima so that I can use the dragon power so that you get Kojima?
They don't care as long as you have wiped out the dragons and secured means for all of the court to interact with reality before you take down all the anchors.
Perfect.
That's really what it comes down to.
Yep.
And
I mean, you've already got 4 or 5 people. So.
Yeah, barring that, it will be bad for you.
Should I be expecting to also make a vessel for the sovereign?
That won't be necessary.
And
you get the rough impression that their plan is to try to murder the sovereign.
And wearing his crown isn't going to have any weird side effects?
They have no idea. None of them have ever gotten it.
Okay, great. I just wanted to make sure, but yeah, I'm signing it. I'll agree to it.
Okay, cool. So your HB is permanently cut in half.
Yay.
And they will in their end they open up the flesh case and then just sort of kind of point.
You can't do anything about making me weaker. Like, how do you expect me to get this shit done? And you're just gonna.
It's mostly a sucks to suck situation. It's really the fact that you have just dealt with you're in a space of entropy. I'll figure that out. There's gonna be some serious ramifications. I don't know all of them yet.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
The HP thing is an oversimplification of what I want to do. So. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll figure it
out. It's all good.
This didn't go the way I was expecting. So this is not. I'm improvising this off the top of my head, and I reserve the right to retcon anything.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But
anyways, guys, I'll
yeah
see you when the world ends, I guess, or if you inhabit me in the future, I guess.
Yeah, they all high five you.
Yeah, let's do it. Huddle up. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so you
Let's end the world on 3? No, I'm just kidding.
The chest grows to infinite size, as well as immensely tiny. And I assume you're going to step into it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Morel, the chest is on your end is shaking violently.
Yep. I will undo a clasp.
Okay, you see a sort of gnarled, fucked up finger of Toland's suit, like, stick its way through and start trying to pull open the chest. Toland, I need you to make a... in this case...
Wait a second. Is Toland's suit still outside with me?
No.
Or is that completely disappeared?
It disappeared. Completely.
Okay,
Or
okay. I thought we were going to have a Ship of Theseus moment, and I was a little worried.
Nope. So, Toland, I need you to we'll make it charisma checks of some kind, since that's your base power, to start forcing your way out of this thing, since he's not opening it all the way.
We got saves. We got...
Charisma save is fine.
Do it.
That is a 2. So you manage to like push a hand through. Morel, you would recognize it as Toland's suit.
Okay.
The only noteworthy thing is that there's like bits and pieces missing up from it, as if there's been like bites taken out of it. Along the seams of it are like glowing, faint blue energy, and there doesn't appear to be anything in the suit.
Lovely. All right. I will undo the other clasp on the lid.
So Toland claws his way up and out of the chest. His suit is literally like in tatters, with like cables and circuitry exposed. He has large chunks out of his abdomen, out of his thighs, as if something has been like breaking off pieces of him or clawing or biting at him. So you can see into the suit. Inside the suit there is nothing. It is empty space. In fact, you can't see like the back of the suit. It just appears as if you're looking directly into like an infinite hole in the ground. And along the seams of where these sort of bites and pieces have been taken off is this kind of glowing faint line that is like flickering.
Huh. How you doing, buddy? Yeah.
Do I have the crown? Or is
The crown is on the ground.
Is the crown on his head?
Yeah, I'm putting the crown on.
Okay, cool.
Because that was the plan.
Yep.
Without saying anything, I put the crown on. I'm gonna just like immediately go over to Maz and just like put both of my hands on like the sides of her head.
Yep.
And just like try to sever her connection to the wood.
Sure. Maz, you need to make a Constitution saving throw, please. Or frankly, Toland, you can just drop it on her. You have the ability now. It's in your under item abilities, Plan or Breach. Con save is there.
Oh yeah. Am I looking for a fail or a succeed?
You're looking for her to fail, in this case.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, that is a failure. So you successfully purge the influence.
Am I doing the damage to her too as well?
No. That damage would have happened if she had succeeded.
Cool.
In this case, you successfully basically make the flesh that was on the top of her head mundane. It's still all gnarled and fucked up, but it is no longer connected directly to the void. I am going to burn that ability though.
And I can still like sense at least ability to connect the top of her head to the void.
You can connect anything to the void. You can connect the floor.
Okay, cool.
You can connect. Doesn't need to be the flesh chest or any of that stuff. You have the ability to literally just rip open holes into the void through the crown. Yeah, you also permanently have 1 level of insanity.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I will put that on you. Maz, as your connection to the void dissipates, the world around you slowly kind of de-blurs, and all the hallucinations and everything that you've been seeing slowly fade, and you have only a vague, hazy memory of what has just transpired with you being in the void, your mind being in the void. And you have no levels of insanity for the first time in eons.
Mm-hmm.
Toland.
I told you I would save you, Maz. I saved you.
Mm-hmm.
Insanity 1.
And like immediately
That's
gonna
exactly
turn.
what you said to do. You were gonna do, so I can't argue with that.
That is the definition.
And Morel's are gone as well because he's no longer literally in the void. Attendant Bravo makes some sort of quippy remark reminiscent of C-3PO, like, well, I'd never, and then like rolls away.
Does he even know I'm here? Can I? I want to say something to him. Can I? I'll say something. Be like, hey,
Attendant Bravo can see your suit.
He can see the suit, but does he know somebody's inside of it, or
I mean,
is he just
it's walking around.
He,
at this point, he would probably recognize you as a Clockwork Man.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Oh yeah, I need to change your fucking species. Okay, you guys deal with that. I'm gonna do some stuff. To Toland's character sheet.
I feel like I need to ask this, but what made you want to like jump into the chest?
Oh, I didn't jump in. It pulled me in.
Yeah, I mean that happens with the void. It pulls things in and destroys them, and then they die.
Yeah, unlike Maz, Morel remembers everything that went on inside there. But meanwhile, Morel doesn't remember himself. This is going to be complicated to do.
I remember me. I just don't remember all the shit before me.
Yeah, you remember everything post you getting up, correct?
Yeah.
Is there 2 B's
do
in aberration?
I remember I used to have those memories?
Nope. As far as you're concerned, nothing is wrong. I'm going to delete some stuff off of your inventory, or out of your thing, like the extra skill things and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about.
The stuff that's specific to those memories will definitely go away.
Yeah, I can't remember what skills I said I got from those.
Historical knowledge, is that the one?
I'm going to guess, history is probably a good one to take off.
Yeah.
I mean, you're an archaeologist, so, like, you have pluses in history anyway, wouldn't you?
He still has that ability. That's him being an archaeologist post that. Or, wait, was the archaeologist from your past life or your current life? It was your current life, right?
It was my current life. It was me trying to figure out what was going on with Unborn, but I did think some of the random memories were helping with that, but I guess those were all pretty recent memories, so they wouldn't really...
I mean, history was the big one. We take away your...
History, and I think insight would probably be a good one, because I'm just even more alien at this point.
Yes, that's fair. I agree. Okay, cool. And then I think that was mostly it. Like, this is from a race feature, right? So it's not, like, massively impactful.
No.
Unborn, other, fungal legacy, hybrid. Yeah, cool. Okay, sick. Done. Yeah, you don't realize you've lost anything, Morel.
Neat.
I will give you 3 questions, Morel, but what you saw, beyond that, I'm not answering.
He's not going to answer directly, so...
Are you aware you don't have a face anymore?
I am aware that I was losing my physical features to the void, and I think putting the crown on hastened the process.
I look where your body used to be.
It is worth noting that when Toland speaks, his voice appears to come from behind you.
Okay, that's weird.
That counted as 1 question.
Toland, you're no longer resistant to poison. Oh, I guess, sorry. Okay, wait, there's a bunch of stuff that's changed on you because you're not a person anymore.
Now I used to be capital H human.
Yeah.
Now I'm whatever the fuck I am.
Now you're a capital C Clockwork Void.
Yeah.
If you're wondering, I did give the memories. I don't know which ones, but I did.
I mean, okay, I don't. Isaac, do I remember making this deal?
Correct. You do remember that you gave up memories. You don't know what they were. You don't know that they're missing.
Okay.
But you do remember.
Yeah, there's no weird holes in my memory. There's no weird like black spots. It's just I know I gave these memories up.
Everything that made you relatable as like humanoid is what you've lost. So you are like, if there was ever, I mean, the fact that you still have language is like a miracle. It is only still there because of D&D reasons. You are like, for sure, Morella's standing there like pin straight. Like a plant reaching up to the sky to the sun for nutrients. He is, the way he walks now is like very clunkily and not almost robotically, but like it bears no resemblance to how organic regular people walk. He walks like, I need to put this one here, and then I need to put this one here, and then I need to put this one here, and that's how I move forward. Yeah, everything about Morel is now significantly...
Much more alien.
More alien, yeah.
Perfect.
In fact, I'm going to... We'll reduce your charisma score by 1 more.
Damn it. Yeah, it's fair.
Oops, your charisma is not 56.
Jesus Christ, I was gonna... His charisma is just straight aura at that point with the 56.
Toland's con is gone. Already down there. Toland's
makes
con
the natural armor makes the dragon natural armor a lot less appealing.
Maz, your experience with all of this has reduced your wisdom score by 1.
I mean, yeah, so now I'm -2. Great.
Toland is now immune to poison. You are still vulnerable to entropic. If there was such a thing as super vulnerable, I would make you super vulnerable.
I could just stab him with my sword.
Correct. And you are... Let me look at my fucking damage types here.
I saved you, Maz. You didn't hear anything when I was in the void alone.
Maz doesn't really clearly remember the void.
This is the thing. Like, I'm having a really hard time like figuring this out because as a player, I know all this stuff, and now as a character, I'm like, well, I don't know it. And I'm still in this happy little la la land that everything's like great and we just like save the world. But as a person, I'm like, I don't know that this was a good thing. Maybe I should just
messing with memory. So much fun.
Sleight of hand. Toland, you have a permanent -5 to all of your sleight of hand checks because you don't have them anymore. Oh, sorry, that's Morel's.
Did you ever use those though?
Not particularly.
Which means I'm going to find moments where he has to use them.
I know your litany of inspiration.
You have a -5 to performance as well. Medicine, investigation, insight, history, deception, acrobatics. You know what? The funniest thing is Maz came out of this in the best shape out of everybody.
I told Maz I could save her.
Yeah. And I feel like that was a very bad decision. I could have just fucking kept the thing on my head and stood up and, sucked up the bad rolls. I don't feel like this was a good idea now.
What, taking the crown off? I mean, I probably wouldn't have gone about it cutting it off of your head, but otherwise, I have no issues with how any of this is gone. Do you mean like as Nicole, you're upset about this?
Yeah. I just have a feeling that like maybe this wasn't a good idea because for some reason, like I don't know what's going on in the background between you and Toland and like what deal you guys made, but I have a feeling for myself anyway that we just gave them power to the universe or to souls or something. Like you said that the world wouldn't end per se, but humanity will. Or
yeah. Humanity
it's very Toland is very not good for the world at large.
Yeah. I mean, this is all based on his prestige class that he took, right? And we haven't had a moment. The reason this is all going down is we haven't had a moment to like solidify why or how his prestige class has come about. So this was it. Right? Like, Morel has clearly been hunting dragons. You are clearly a fucking Deadeye, right? But Toland stuff has all kind of been happening in the background in that regard. So this was like the moment to make it all make sense. Think of it this way. Toland has, as a player, not as your characters wouldn't understand this, but Toland has made the closest thing in my world to like a traditional warlock pact as exists. He has sworn I can understand that a little bit. He has sworn his services to these people who are not necessarily good in exchange for power. That's the reason he has spell casting, the reason he has a number of things.
Yeah, but what is he going to do with that power is the question. Like, good or evil?
I mean, at this point, he's just going to play the campaign, I would assume. I don't know. Maybe he'll murder you all. I mean, he did have to swear to murder Morel.
I know, exactly. That's a huge thing.
He can try.
I stand. That's part of the reason I did it. I was like, cool. Well, this is an easy way to get Toland killed.
And I'm not even like, because I was thinking to myself, I'm like, well, if this is all going to go down, Nicole as a player potentially just might like self-sacrifice herself so that I don't have to deal with any of this anymore as Maz. But I can't do that because of my oath.
Correct.
Like, I have to continue with this, and I kind of like said that I'm with Toland. I trust him, and I don't know. This is difficult.
The outcome of this at the end was, other than Morel going in the void with me, is generally what I had planned to happen anyway. Like, that was the only part that was like surprising about all this. Was Morel getting sucked into the void. Other than that, everything else was generally about how I thought it was going to go down. Now, the original plan was the crazier than this, because now I can't feasibly ever get away with it because I'll never be trusted again, so I might as well just tell you guys. I was going to fake my own death. And then when you guys leave my dead body, I was going to wake up and put the crown on.
Yeah, but I would do that anyway.
Wow, you were very bold to assume Maz would ever leave loot behind.
Exactly.
No, I mean like
his plan was to pickpocket you. Like when you guys went into long rest mode.
When you guys went to sleep, I was gonna sneak up to you and steal it.
Yeah. As a immaterial entity from the void, like he had out of his suit, just basically like a ghost.
Yeah. And that was like the last
and for the record, Toland, because I know that question is going to come up, you don't have a penis.
I don't have anything anymore.
Because that has been every single time Toland has had a change to his body. He's been like, so do I still have a penis?
Do I still have a dick?
Yeah. And the answer is firmly no.
Just so I get like an average idea, what's my race now classified as?
Aberration.
Alright, just wanted to make sure I'm like officially no longer human.
Correct. You're definitely no longer human. Your con has been reduced. You have a -3 in your con now, which took your max HP down to 176, not half. That makes more sense. Your performance, you have -5 to performance check, -5 to sleight of hand, but you get to actually continue being a caster. I mean, your character gets to live, which is good. That helps.
Yeah, I mean, that helps.
You get to continue being a caster, and you only have to do the bidding of malevolent entities from my version of Hell.
Yeah, which, I mean, I was already doing before all this happened, so it was like I've yet to say no to these people, so...
Yeah.
We noticed.
Yeah, we noticed.
Okay, so...
outside of the game, last session when I shot Maz was because I was told to. Then when I threw the fucking...
I could believe you, Merle. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I threw the amulet into the array, that's because I also was told to. By one of the 7, or the not the 7, but the Eternal Court. There's 7 of them, but it's unrelated.
Totally unrelated.
Sure.
Yeah. And now I can open portals to the void pretty much fucking wherever I want. Yeah, and when I'll just do it. In game, you guys have no idea.
I know.
Sure.
Well, you have done what you said you were going to do. You severed and saved Maz's connection to the
Yeah.
void. That would
Yeah,
give some
I
hint
did
to
it.
your ability to do that.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, yeah, I saved Maz. I said I could save Maz. It was a foolproof
Yeah,
plan, and we succeeded.
You weren't
And
joking
I
when
saved the 7.
He saved
Earlier,
Maz. He
when I
has.
said
Oh
there's
yeah,
a
yeah. The
difference between
7. The
lying
7.
and omiting things, right? And you're
I
like,
said if I
plead the
told you
fifth.
the plan, it was never going to happen.
Exactly, I would never have agreed to this.
You do. Sorry, Maz. The 7 are all getting in touch with you right now. By the way.
Yeah, great.
Bring him on.
I have to ask though, was it better that I just kept the thing? Like, I know that we were fucked once I put it on, but was it better that I kept it versus Toland having it?
Almost definitely. Yeah.
With what do you mean? The original crown?
Yes.
I mean, the biggest issue was the actual cutting it off.
Yeah.
If it had just remained on your head, it would have just been a cursed item till forever.
See,
So, like, my whole thing was wanting to get rid of it.
Toland decided to kill you for it.
Like, I wanted to get rid of it because it fucked with my ability to shoot. Like, it gave me insanity. Like, it was... I mean,
I had a running theory anyways, that the crown was a part of the void. And I cut it off of you for literally the purpose of putting it on myself. And then the thing popped out of it and everything kind of happened. And then, yeah, we're where we are now. It's not that I created this whole scenario, but it definitely wouldn't have happened if I didn't get involved.
To be fair, none of you knew what was going to happen when you cut the crown off.
Yeah, I didn't know that there was going to be a thing that flew out of it and fought us. That was I just was like, yeah, I want a cool magic crown.
Well, you didn't even know that it was going to be a thing for you at that time.
Yeah, no, I mean, I had no idea.
Yeah, I want to say this. He genuinely was just trying to help initially. It was me who made it all fucky.
Yeah. I like literally the full thing was, yeah, I'm gonna get Maz no longer crazy and it's gonna work, and then I'll just like take the crown and do whatever with it. But I was like, yeah, if I can actually make Maz not crazy, that'll be great. Like, I actually went into it with the good intention of saving Maz, and I came out with it with the intention of saving Maz. I just the steps are a little different. I got it from point A to point B. The stuff in between, I winged it.
We got there eventually, and that's what matters.
But like giving myself to the void and crawling out of the chest, that was actually an idea that I had. We were gonna do that, but then Morel followed me in.
Yeah, it got massively more complicated by Morel being like, I shoved my head in the chest. I was like, oh no. Okay.
To be honest, I really did fully intend to just be like, to the court, basically like go easy on him.
Yeah, oh, I believe you, but you said what you said.
I said what I said.
Yeah. So
I mean, I've already been buddy with them for like a few weeks now. I've only met 2 of them. This is the first time I actually met all 7 of them.
Yeah,
So,
they are not nice.
don't worry, guys. We'll be fine. We have what we need now to save the world. It's still all in place. From Hideki Kojima.
Yes.
If I use the crown to close myself, would that kill me?
Only one
I
way to find
noticed
out.
the crown is on Toland's head.
Oh yeah, he's like full on wearing the crown. Oh yeah, I have
Okay.
new character tokens. I have new tokens for you guys.
Is mine like all
Okay.
fucked up and everything, or do I only have the crown? I don't know if there's a way to. have me all screwed up.
I don't have your token really. Actually, frankly, I don't have either of them totally finished. I have a picture of Maz with the hat on.
In my mind, it looks like the hat from one of the new Mario games.
I mean,
you know, where you
it's
can take your hat off and
you,
throw
you
it.
see the hat that's on Toland's token right now? It's that hat.
Yeah. Yeah,
Perfect.
still in my mind, that's exactly what it
Except
looks
bigger
like.
on her head.
Yeah, because I'm like.
Yeah,
3 feet
unfortunately
tall.
I can't scale it in the program I use, but yes, bigger on her head. And oh well, listen, it's a magical hat of Santa. Clearly, it shrinks to fit her head.
Actually, that would make sense.
All right, Matt.
Is Santa a good being in your world?
Pardon me?
Is Santa good in your world? Like, good aligned?
I think if he was, you probably wouldn't have fought him, right?
That depends.
On.
I want to kill Santa.
I mean, we fight some good people sometimes by accident.
Oh, I suppose that's true. You don't know. You didn't take the time to talk to him.
Exactly.
I plan on killing Santa with a gift he gave me.
The hammers?
He gave me a scalpel.
Give you a scalpel? Interesting.
Yep. He gave each of you
short-sighted of him.
who were there.
Don't get thrown weapons.
Yeah. Santa to me always.
Morel was going to get a pet Venus flytrap.
Yeah, but he wasn't there. Oh, that's what you were going to give him.
That's what I was going to give him.
Yeah. Why did I get a hammer then?
The idea was that it represented the way Santa viewed each of you. So he sees Maz as a hammer, and Maz sees everything as nails, and so she hits them.
Yeah.
Toland was more surgical. Josh's character got an abacus.
Math. Calculation.
Okay. And then, and Morel's was a Venus flytrap, because he's devious.
Is Morel devious?
Yes. In my opinion.
Fair.
Okay, so you guys are all out of the void. And all of that happened, and you're all standing there, and Maz is lying on the ground.
Having conversations in her head.
Well, no, you're done. You don't have that anymore. You're no longer insane.
I meant with the 7.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You good, Maz? You alive?
No comment.
I saved you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
She is alive.
I am alive.
Who is the bright light you were talking to?
Oh, they're just like the things from the void that give me my power.
Yeah, like I don't have any recollection of this, right, Isaac? So I can't.
Again, you have vague recollections of it. You have.
Yeah, but not enough to be able to ask questions coherently.
No,
right?
you can ask questions, sure. In fact, if you don't remember it all properly, at least me as a person, I would ask more questions.
To me, it was like a drug-induced dream, you know?
Yeah,
more like I saw
like.
souls
or
reaching
like you
out
were
to me in hands.
beyond trash drunk and had this friggin' thing.
Yeah. Why were hands reaching out to me? And why were you guys all talking to a test? What was going on?
So you got infected with the void, and a being that I have come to know as the twins, or two beings, I've been told tried to take you over from the void, and I let myself get sucked into the void so that I can sever the connection that you have from the void on the inside. Upon
1 second, guys. Sorry.
Yep.
Upon severing your connection to the void, I exited the void by using the chest portal as my way out. And we are here now.
Okay.
You should be fine now. And you don't have a connection to the void. In the process, I have lost my physical body. I am not human anymore. I am a thing. I don't know what. Don't really want to take the time to figure it out. I feel most of the same, which I now feel nothing, I guess is the most of the same part.
That isn't good.
You feel extreme levels of emotion.
Yeah, I feel extreme levels of being angry or happy or sad all the time. but I no longer feel feelings. I don't age. I don't eat. I don't sleep. I mean,
That makes sense.
I don't do a whole lot now, quite honestly, other than fight things and get angry or sad.
How do you not feel feelings if you get angry and happy and sad?
No, I mean, like I can't, like, there's not, like, I can't feel touch.
Oh, you mean physical sensation?
Yeah. I don't get old. I don't get sick. I don't eat. I don't sleep. I can't feel anything, and I'm consciousness in a suit.
That makes me realize something, Isaac.
Yep.
Because of that oath that I've sworn, if I can't die, then I'm not going to get any older.
Correct.
And I don't have to worry about getting older.
Correct.
The Seven have been. There's members of the Seven who've been a member of the Seven for like a fucking 300 years. They've clearly have ways to keep their lives going longer.
Yeah, okay, but I've just kind of been hung up on the fact that, like, I'm kind of at the end of the know me lifestyle, right? Or lifespan.
Well, guess what? Now that when you are no longer a member of the Seven, or if you're always a member of the Seven, I will be there.
I don't think there's an option in not being part of the Seven unless I get killed.
Actually, we'll technically all be here because we're all races that don't age.
Yeah. Congratulations. The whole party's fucking immortal now.
Pretty much. And I age even slower.
Yeah, man, you still got 2 questions.
Credence chimes in with some sort of random comment about how now he's going to have to deal with Molly, his 74th wife, forever.
Well, just let us know what we can do, and we could probably kill her for you. Unless you want us to erase that part of your memory.
He'll be like, kill her? I love that bitch!
Yeah.
Maz, you need to make me a promise.
What?
You may never take this hat off again. The second you take this hat off, you'll get ripped in the void like I did when I took the hat off. Really bad idea. You shouldn't do it because you'll come out like me. And if you come out like me, I can almost guarantee you there is a 99% chance that the other members of the Seven are going to kill you.
Yeah, but that's the point.
Because they also don't tell them that any of this happened because they'll probably just try to kill you.
Yeah, too late.
Because I'm assuming that you're tainted
They're
now,
angry.
you need to die. Yeah, I'm gonna assume they're not totally happy with you, for this, and they're probably gonna try to hurt you.
I assume it's too late from what I've already told them.
Too late
They know
for
that this has happened. They already know what's happened.
Oh, they in fact don't know what's happened. That's why they keep asking you, what the fuck did you do? Because all they were getting was really extreme, painful static.
Well, I was trying to explain to them, like, what I remember.
She who was has like completely lost her mind and is viciously trying to attack all of them. They got her tied up.
Well, I had said that the crown is gone. It's on Toland right now. I vaguely remember the field of flowers with a mountain. Waking up without the crown. Toland has it. I feel like something's wrong since waking up. Nothing kind of seems right, and I have a top hat on my head. And they say that they're unconcerned with my wardrobe. But
if you tell them, I can fix that member of the Seven who's gone crazy. But it'll cost them.
No.
She gives me her sword, I can save her life.
No.
Other than that, she's pretty much screwed if she's already attacking people.
Then that's what happens.
Damn it, she's a really powerful piece for the final battle. I don't know how we're going to replace her.
Figure it out.
I don't know, but I would start questioning the order of women you're in, because if she's going to die, it's going to be them who kill her.
I mean, I've been questioning them since I joined them. Oh, your dragon girlfriend wants to know how you're doing, by the way. Are you going to kill her too? Because you're going to kill all the dragons, right?
Your character does not know that.
Oh.
Just tell her that we need to talk, and that I'm excited to see her again.
Alrighty then.
I love how Maz is, no, Nicole, I should say, is all like, you're going to kill all the dragons. And meanwhile, you've had Morel in the party the whole time. Who that's been his goal the whole time. But it bothers you that Toland wants to.
I mean, dragons don't die from me. They just lose their heart temporarily.
Well, the thing is that Morel's only been trying to kill dragons so far, whereas Toland seems to be wanting to kill other species, not just dragons. So, and, kind of letting, like, I guess Lucifer, I guess you could say, like, hell into our world, They want to take over what is essentially all the souls in this dimension, from what I can tell. Yeah. No, as I said earlier,
he just wants to plunge the world into hell so that the demons can have some playthings for all eternity. What's the problem with that?
I
mean, the funny thing is that's not entirely incorrect. That's a pretty good analysis.
That we should just stop Kojima, but also fully letting you know, Maz, that was it. Like, you need help again, I'm not helping. That was as far as we go as I'm helping you. Okay. If you get into this scenario again, you and the seven can figure it out. You guys they're supposed to be the strongest women. If they can't figure it out, it's up to them. I'm gonna do the bare minimum of my obligation to the seven, which is stopping Hideki Kojima. Other than that,
this is how you've been doing this entire campaign until you shot me in the face and then decided to help me.
I did that to protect the other members of the seven, because, well, I actually want to be able to succeed in the job that I accepted. And if they all got infected, then we literally can't succeed. We're not, like, we need the seven to help us. But if it happens again,
you need the seven to help you, then why are you constantly telling me that they're good at their job and that they're, obviously no good if they've stayed on that island their entire last 100 years or whatever.
I think you need to do an analysis on what I'm saying, because if the seven are shit, then you're also part of the seven.
I know. I'm not saying the Maz is shit. He makes the stupidest decisions all the time.
There's a reason they stay cooped up in a fucking monastery on a random goddamn island in the middle of nowhere and do absolutely nothing, is because when they do something, they can't do anything because of their oaths. And it's unfortunate that, not unfortunate for us, but it's unfortunate for you that they are sending you out on this, fully expecting that you're not going to succeed. That doesn't sound like the type of women that swore an oath to protect their sisters when they're sending you out not even knowing if you're going to succeed.
I mean, the thing is that I don't know what they swore, because mine was different.
In morale, if you really want to be the guy who's immune to everything, then the void is not where you want to get it from, because if you want to get to the point where nothing can kill you, then if you touch the void, nothing will literally kill you. It's not something you should interact with. It's just not a good life.
Marl's gonna just kind of cock his head as like, do you think I want to be immune to everything?
I don't know. Well, the thing is, I don't know what you specifically want, because we almost lost Maz because of the hesitation to give me the crown earlier. So at this point, I don't know what either of us want, but I definitely don't know what you want.
I think we almost lost Maz because we removed the crown from her head.
Yeah.
And then shot her.
Maz isn't crazy. I fixed that problem.
Yeah. Yes, the hat did fix the problem.
Oh, yes. I have questions about that.
Yes, the hat.
Yes. So is Stuart, does my bidding now?
Oh, you can name him whatever you want if you'd like to change his name.
Yeah. Yeah, you can change
I'm going to call him Stuart, but spelled differently.
Okay.
So Stuart, kind of like the Scottish way?
Yeah.
And I would like to know everything about Toland.
Okay. Can you be more specific? It can give. It's funny, Toland. You never used this ability.
Does the hat know the details of Toland's deals?
Yes, exactly. That's where I'm getting.
The hat knows the details of some level of past details. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the language skills to communicate them the way I think you're hoping. It helps with observers. Correct. It helps with observations. So, it would note that Toland appears to be Santa Magic. How would Santa Magic see this? Toland appears to be both here and not here. He is empty and shows no stats of any kind. You cannot read his base stats. You cannot read his HP. You cannot read any of that stuff that you would usually be able to read. He is giving off absolutely no heat of any kind, which in and of itself is very strange, because even the background radiation of the universe has heat.
I just went to fill her water. She has her headphones on. But...
Oh, okay.
She did put a message. She is like messaging in chat though. In the Discord.
Yeah, does Stuart know when Toland changed?
The hat would say sometime within the last few months. The hat does not have a very good sense of time. It is a rudimentary AI.
That's fair.
Like I said, it's meant to be like observational. So the way I had intended to use it, Toland never used it this way, was to be like, we're in a puzzle and I can't figure out what to do. And the hat could be like, you might be able to do this. That's really what it's meant for.
Yeah, I didn't use it because my character would always think that he was smarter than it.
No, fair. Yeah.
So I was just like, yeah, dumb fucking AI. I'm not listening to that. And I just didn't. But... Well, I feel like you guys might want to go to sleep. We're all a little fucked up. I do plan on finishing the mission and beating Kojima. Nothing has changed. The whole reason I did this was to help us. At the end of the day, we need to work together as a group to get this job done. I know that Credence is, for some reason, not there half the time. He turns into robot standby mode or whatever the fuck he calls it.
What in tarnation? I am robot. What in tarnation? I am robot. What in tarnation? I am robot.
I don't get why Credence does that now, or Ethan as a person, so he doesn't have to deal with it.
For him, I think it was mostly a means to make my life easier, so I don't have to role play him.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
And he happens to be a malfunctioning robot. Like, that's literally what his character is. So, like, it kind of checks out.
True.
And it gives an opportunity for him to have gaps in his memory. There's lots of stuff that can be done with that.
I assume I no longer have disadvantage on death saves because I don't have a body that has the mark on it.
Correct. Yes, that is correct. I will take that off. That's a good point. Thank you.
I think that all of us, I mean, I know why I'm fighting, but I think we all need to have a recentering of ourselves to realize why we're fighting for what we're fighting for, so that we know we're doing this for the right reasons.
Glitch will offer, by the way, to repair the holes in your armor so you can pass as, like, not this.
I am going to refuse.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Because I have a feeling that based off of the interactions that we had, things are going to get a lot worse for some of us in a lot of different ways, and I want to make sure that we're all ready to pay those costs Because I am. I just want to make sure that you guys are also knowing that when we get to the end of this, there's no guarantee that any of us are ever going to be the same or alive by the time we get this job done.
Above table, I am so sad I've lost my proficiency in insight.
I mean, you can still make an insight check. Nothing stops you.
I know. At this point, I genuinely don't think Morel would think there's anything weird about this.
No, true. Morel would not think there's anything weird about most things anymore.
It's true.
So you mean like all like kind of like,
or he would think that
alien
everything
like.
is weird.
It reminds me an awful lot. Remember when we were in that bar? I think it was the one we burned down. I don't know. No, it wasn't Kayla's bar. The other one.
Do you mean your shop?
Note. No, not my shop. The bar. Remember?
Cassidy's bar?
No,
not
the bar.
The tiny town bar that we.
Yeah, the roadhouse.
Yeah,
the roadhouse.
You were just like sitting there drinking, and I'm like, all right, Morel, it's time to go up to the room. And I had to like kind of like push him towards the room, staring off into his face. Like I don't remember why, but you were acting really weird during that. I don't know. 5 minutes that everybody else, like went off to sleep and stuff. Morel.
Oh yeah.
He fully went upstairs to sleep.
Yep.
And it was just like me and him, kind of, and I ordered something to drink and like I was getting supplies and stuff, and he just was like staring straight off into space, and I kind of had to like push him up the stairs to get him out, but I don't know why he did that. But okay.
Yeah. I mean, you have to ask them. I don't know either.
I don't know. I'm not sure if Marl, you were there for that one,
or
he was
there.
I was playing you, or yeah. Is there any reason why you're just, like?
Sorry, what is the question?
She's asking why, as opposed to like sleeping, you just kind of went inert and stared off into space.
Yeah.
The reason, Maz, is because he is a mushroom.
I suppose. I don't know. At the time, that made complete sense. You know, I'm like.
Now she's questioning everything. Now she's like, oh, is there something else going on?
Yeah.
No, I do not sleep. I have no need of sleep.
So you don't get dreams, then?
That's not true. He doesn't
Morel
sleep.
Didn't say. Morel did not say that.
Well, I mean, I would assume you need to sleep to get dreams, right?
Am I gonna have dreams if I don't have a brain?
That is very logical, Maz.
Don't forget, Toland. Whenever you long rest, your brain gets sent to the void, and you get fought over.
Yeah, no, I know that, but is they fighting? Are they fighting over me now, or are they fighting over control of the suit?
It's over. Well, you control the suit.
Yeah.
You're there, Toland. As much physical body as you have is in that suit.
Yeah, it's just my penis.
Yeah, okay. That answers the question I was just about to ask.
Which was
you must have liked it whenever they were fighting over you before, then, right?
I didn't have a penis before. I haven't had a penis since you guys cut off the skin on my body months ago.
You had one up until this time.
No, I've been missing my junk for like months and months and months now. When you guys cut the skin off of my body, it was gone then.
Okay, Ken.
Like me flirting with Joanna is purely for the love of the game. I don't want to there's nothing to do with how it ends.
Oh, good. That makes me wonder. Maybe I should ask her if she knew.
But I'm ready to move to the next level of our relationship when we meet up again. So.
Yeah, you're gonna kill her.
I mean, outside of the game, maybe. In game, nobody knows.
Nobody knows exactly.
Okay, so what are you guys going to do? I mean, people are in need of rest.
Yeah, I mean, we need a long rest.
Yeah, we definitely need a long rest.
All right, so we will do a long rest.
As a person, I don't want to, but I guess I have to.
At some
player,
point,
I would want to.
Yeah. So we'll long rest everyone. I'm going to go use the washroom right quick, and then I got dreams to send everybody.
Yeah.
And stuff.
As a long rest, Morale is just going to watch Toland the entire time.
Yep.
I'm going to stand as close as he lets me to the chest as I can get.
Yep. I will be right back.
I'll even sit on it if he lets me.
I thought about that. When you said that your finger was like kind of pointing out of the chest, like trying to like open it, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to, like, open it or something. I'm, like, thinking to myself, maybe I should sit on it. But I mean, like, I don't weigh very much, right? Or we should get somebody else to sit on it or stand on it or something so that you can't come out of it. But I don't know.
Is there a reason why you don't want me coming out of the chest?
Because of this. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, but I feel like this is bad news, what's going on right now.
Nothing about the chest is good.
Yeah.
No, there's a reason I'm sitting on it. I'm about to fix it.
So, like, to fix me?
What do I mean? You know how I just disconnected you from the void?
No, I said, like, you fixed me.
Yeah, no, I fixed you. You have you're fine.
So
You're
Maz doesn't know anything of, like, this, but as me, as a
after
player...
we get this long rest done, this flesh chest is just going to be that. It's just going to be a chest made out of meat.
I don't know if Merle would trust you to do that, so good job on watching that.
I actually don't have to touch it, and this room is not 300 feet wide. So as long as the chest stays in the hub, I'm just going to close it. He literally can't get it away from me.
I mean, I wouldn't think to take it 300 feet away from you.
Well, this chest has caused way too much stuff. I'm just going to close the chest. By the way, Isaac isn't here, so I can say this. All the deals that I made with those people, I don't intend on following in any meaningful way. I already told Isaac that this character, like the very first, like before the first session, I told Isaac that this character is made to make deals with every bad thing imaginable, and then when all of the bad things fight over his soul, he just like walks out the back door and sneaks away while they're all fighting.
But how do you do that if you're supposed to be fought over? There's
too much infighting happening, and I just leave.
Yeah, so I would just assume I would be trapped, right? So I wouldn't even try, which I think is the difference between my character and your character. Like, I just assume that I'm stuck in a certain situation, and there's nothing I can do.
Also, I gave up. I did give memories up. I've given up 2 memories now. I won't tell you what they are because we're supposed to find out when we get there.
I'm curious.
But Toland
remember does Toland remember this? Or is this another like situation where?
I mean, he knows he got rid of the memories. He doesn't know what memories.
That's fair.
In doing that, it gave me another rank in my prestige class.
Yeah.
When we leveled up last, like it didn't just give it to me. Like I do have to level up, but you got like I now actually do have the least amount of HP than everybody. So, I mean, I did before, but
I think you and I were very similar.
Because I'm at 176 now is my max.
Yeah, I'm 181.
I was at 195 before this whole ordeal. But that's because my prestige class is D12s. Yeah, I mean, if we can get me if I can get another rank in my prestige class, I unlock the ability to put an AoE on us that makes us immune to all damage for a minute.
It seems pretty sick.
I mean, if we're in the presence of the 7, one of them has that ability too, but we have to be there.
Well, the difference is that that requires the 7. I can do so many buffs that I do as many buffs that the 7 does, essentially, and it's just me. So like by the time we meet up with the 7 again, there's a very high chance that we're going to be higher level than the 7.
I think they're just going to kill me, to be honest. You meet up with them again.
Well, I'm going to make them a deal for your life, actually, when we get there.
I'm not entirely sure that's possible, but you can try. And what is that worth anyway?
Stupid.
I already have a plan for that. Just trust me.
Yeah, you were at last count, which I think was April 2nd, when I wrote down our max HP. You were at current 150 and then total 170.
Yeah, that was like 3 levels ago, or 2 levels ago. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at least workshopping the plan to have you survive that, because I think that I'm also going to have to save one of the members of the 7. So I've saved you. I saved the other one, and I also, you remember when we fought Kojima? He opened a breach to the void and flew off into it.
Was that to the void? Elements were coming out of it.
No, it was to the void. As far as when I asked Isaac,
do we have ties to the void then?
Well, I've been trying to ascertain what that is, but actually we found out through this guy here a couple of sessions ago. Attendant Bravo. Why he doesn't have so like before the apocalypse, after one of the anchors fell, the Greymane Collective and like generally the whole world had technology where they could use the void to teleport to places.
Oh, yeah, that.
And they didn't use the void. It was the technology. The problem is that I've been told by Isaac that they stopped using it because it uses the void, and every once in a while people get sucked into the void and never seen again using the teleportation.
That's correct.
That seems fair.
And then I asked if I could, next time he teleports, get Kojima, and I was told that Kojima is immune because he's a dragon, partially why you have some level of immunity as well.
Also correct.
So, but he's also like the big bad evil guy, so like an insta one-shot kill from 300,000 kilometers away is not something I don't think he'd ever let me do with the void.
That is absolutely not going to happen.
I think that's a fair assumption.
Okay, so first off,
rip Kojima into the void next time he teleport. You there, Isaac?
Yep, I'm here.
He's still there. I think he's putting the dreams in there.
Oh, you cut out. You said first of all, and then you cut off. I don't know if you considered saying something.
Oh, I said first of all, is there anything that anyone wants to do during the long rest? Before I start sending dreams up. Because at some point, each of you will have to rest. So no matter what, each of you is going to have some level of downtime. And then you can also do some stuff during that time if you want. They don't need to be at once, but I need to know. Maz, like things like
when I go
potions,
to sleep,
all that kind of the stuff we were trying to do before. Let's avoid surgery this time, shall we?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna try to cut the crown off. No, I'm just kidding. When I go to sleep, do I just like slump back like a regular suit, like fall back like clothes, or like what do we? Like what happens when I go to sleep? Like physically,
the suit collapses to the ground.
Yeah, I'm on top of the chest.
So the suit.
How long are we staying in the
chest? If Morella let me sleep on the chest, then I'm gonna sleep on the chest.
Morella does not let you sleep on the chest.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see that happening.
I'm gonna get as close as I can without him having a problem with me being too close.
Are you letting him sleep on the chest?
Morella's going to sit. See you trying to get closer and closer to the chest. Morella's just going to rest, just sitting on the chest.
Okay.
And just unnervingly stare at you, Toland, all night long.
Without blinking.
I'm going to sleep and staring back at him all night long. I don't have eyelids, so I'm not going to blink either.
Well, again, as soon as you go to sleep, the suit's going to crumble to the ground. So, but I guess you don't know that because you haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Just don't put my suit in the fucking chest, please, while I'm asleep.
You actually asked me that?
All right, so Toland is
actually. I can just get out, okay? I can actually just get out. I've made the deal with these people, okay? They're just gonna let me get out. It won't actually accomplish anything.
Again, things I hadn't thought about until Toland was like, "What about
this?" Okay, so Toland becomes. We'll go with Toland. Well, is anyone sleeping at the same time? I guess Morel and Toland are sleeping at the same time. Maz, are you going to sleep?
I would like. So I only need 4 hours, I think, to do most things.
Well, we've been kind of playing that off for most things for most people, so that you guys can do stuff during a long rest as well.
Yeah. So I'd like to I guess stay in one position so that I can do certain things, but I'm not going to sleep for the first 4 hours.
Okay. So what are you looking to do?
I'm going to watch them and see what they do, but also at the same time, I'm going to farm Milo as an extra set of eyes. And I believe currently I only have one option for potion making because of time constraints. No, I think I should be able to make a healing potion as well. Okay. Healing potion first. I should have enough ingredients for it. So do you want me to do that roll first? Because I have another potion I want to make after that. Okay.
Put Marlowe on the map.
Yeah. And then... Okay. That one is herbalism, I believe. Right.
What potion are you making?
Well, I want to make two.
Okay, what?
So first one is healing.
Yeah, that's just herbalism kit. That's fine.
Yeah. So
you got the ingredients?
Oh. Yes, I do.
Yep. 19. You make a potion of superior healing. That is, I believe it's like 64. Let me bring it up.
How do I drink healing potions?
You don't.
I can't heal through healing potions now?
Correct.
Okay. It makes sense. I mean...
You don't have a body. It is 10d4 plus 20 HP.
Okay. All right. And the second one that I want to make is called Tilburth Elixir.
Okay.
Brew time is 6 hours. Drinking this elixir makes the user near weightless, muffling footsteps and allowing for brief levitation. But
cool.
I don't know how long that levitation lasts.
The 6 hours if you wanted to. Or whatever.
6 hours? Okay.
Time, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that is.
Yeah.
In
now, and again,
my...
it's not really levitation. It's more like, you ever seen like those people who like they jump through the air and they seem like they've walked through it? Like they have really, really great hang time. It's more like that. Like it's not actual. Like you can't just float around and not be on your feet.
Yeah, but I'm thinking more like if we had
like
to jump
water.
like not long distances, but like a cavern or something.
Yeah, it would work really well. It would allow you to jump much further.
Airwalk.
Yep, totally. Yep.
And that one, so it says base water component to air one void. I'm just not sure what the roll is for it.
Oh, that will be an alchemist kit roll.
Alchemist?
For sure.
Okay.
To make that, it'll be probably DC 15.
Okay, one sec here.
I also have a question. My better skin was healing me. I don't have skin.
Yeah, you're
Am I still getting the healing?
No. Thank you for bringing that up.
Toland, I think you got taken. I think the Void is a better dealer than you.
They let me live. That was the goal. Okay.
They let him live and they let him sever like Maz's connection. Like everything that Toland was trying to get done, he got done.
I literally had to give everything to these people so that they wouldn't take Maz. Okay. I'm aware of what I had to pay these people to get Maz out of this unscathed.
Yeah, so you are able to make that potion. Make sure you burn the ingredients
right
off
now.
your character sheet.
And I'm probably going to get rid of a few things too. So if you want to like pivot to somebody else while I do that and make my list of things, I'm gonna leave.
All right, so
trade.
Toland will do first. Actually, we're doing Morale first because he's sending me group chat stuff.
Yeah. He's putting me in the chest, I think. I think he said, can I put Toland in the chest while he's sleeping? Long resting still restores my HP, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I'm pretty much going to have to use my ripping a hole in the void ability to keep myself alive, like, all of the time now.
We'll see. Sorry, I'm only half paying attention to you because I'm dealing with moral stuff.
Yeah, and I'm just, like, logistically figuring out how I'm going to keep myself alive.
Oh, that would be a good one to take right now, too. Hmm. So should I remove the Ashen Crown from my inventory since Toland technically has it now?
Sorry, say again?
The Ashen Crown is still in my inventory. Did I remove that? Since
Oh, yeah,
that's
you
what
should delete
Toland
that,
has?
yeah.
Okay.
I thought that I already had it.
Just make sure you don't delete anything else by accident.
I know.
I need the...
Actually, didn't remove itself. That's weird. Okay. I'll make a note of it and then we can fix it later.
Again, apologies for the how long this is taking. It is more... Everything has become dramatically more complicated. This one. No.
Or else finding out if he has to try to openly kill me in my sleep or not. Probably.
Something like that.
I could try. I'm just gonna get sent to the void and then hunt him forever by infecting people with the void and taking them over like the court does and then using them to kill him. God, that'd be nice if I died and then took over Kojima. When they finally get him in here and then come back and kill him.
There's that one. Where are we here?
Why do you think you would have kept the crown? You're like fully back to where you were before you put the crown on. I've fixed you. I've brought you back to where you were.
Sometimes my decisions are mistakes.
Yeah, but no, you're all good now. Like I've just.
You're not wrong.
outside the game, I've taken all the cost of your putting the crown on myself.
Physically, yes.
And you have none of the negatives anymore.
Yeah, I know that was like the intent. This kind of harkens back to when I accepted the oath from the Seven. My intent was to become more stronger so I could just party in fighting people, and not just, up and die on people. And then sort of realized afterwards that, even though there was some bonuses to it, there are side effects and consequences to those actions. I've literally set one of my sisters insane. Likely I'm going to be killed.
That wasn't from you.
She wasn't insane, though, when I had it on my head.
She was insane before you even put the crown on. She was insane because she went into the void as well. Because
she was completely lost to us. We've had to restrain her. She is a rabid cur. Sent a bunch of distress and immense pain to people. Joanna's not having a good time either.
All I know is this: I can stop her the same way I stopped you from going insane. If we go to the sanctuary, I can actually save her, the same way I did you. I just disconnect her connection to the void, and then that's it. She's done, and she's back to being normal.
Funny, because I can't even claim that I'm insane anymore. That's why I'm going along with your plans. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Like I can just actually fix her.
Okay.
I also can close the breach that's above the sanctuary that Hideki Kojima went through. That's still there. I can also close that as well.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to hesitate on making any decisions right now. Continue to talk amongst yourselves. Figure out what I'm going to do.
But we do have to go back to the sanctuary for that, and I think that's technically in the wrong direction of where we're currently on our quest for. So,
really, what's going to happen if we go back there?
The only way to find out is to go.
Yes.
But it is going to cost them. I'm not doing it for free. Either their sister goes crazy and tries to kill them all and they have to kill their sister, or they give me her sword and I fix her.
Are you saying you want my sword?
No, I want She Who Remains sword. Or She Who Was, sorry. Your sword has absolutely no value to me in any meaningful way.
Sort of like how when I joined the Seven, you lost respect for me because I, doing some weak women.
No, I want her sword because of reasons.
So, Morale, what are you going to do?
Sleeping.
He's sleeping. This one, Morale fucking realizes that he thinks that I'm the true bad guy, and he fucking is currently talking to Hideki Kojima, joining his side. Is what's happening?
That would never
All right.
happen.
Okay, here it is, Morale.
It's okay. If he joins Kojima, he'll be in the void getting tortured indefinitely alongside him.
I mean, that's going to be everyone, so...
I was going to say, you think that only people who are in the suitcase are being tortured?
I have a blanket of protection from the void.
Sorry, everyone minus Toland, potentially, unless there's some loophole in your contract that you...
Well, there isn't a loophole in the contract. I'm getting strong enough with the void that at some point I might not have to rely on their power. Specific, like the Eternal Court. I might just be in the void. which means that potentially one day I might be able to either A, become a member of the Eternal Court, or B, become the Eternal Court in the Void, and then just always be an immortal being beyond the fabrics of reality that can influence people to do my bidding for me, much like an Elder God, but in the Void. So like the space in between the Elder Gods, I guess.
So are we going to have enough time while we're here? I'm just curious. I have some stuff that potentially I could craft onto weapons, current weapons. And since Glitch is here, do we have that capability?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I still don't plan on fighting Morel in the campaign, so.
Gonna shoot him in the face at the last second so he can't fight you.
What?
Well, how you shot me in the face, and I couldn't really do much about it.
Well, the reason you couldn't do much about it was because Morel paralyzed you.
Hmm.
All right.
Have fun, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do at this point. So
I think you should do whatever you want.
I hesitate to do that though, because every time I've kind of just done what I wanted, it's not ended up the way I thought it would be. So
Well, you can do whatever you want, knowing that you also have the consequences of doing whatever you want. As I say, if you fuck around, you find out. And you fucked around, and you honestly didn't really find
All right,
out
Toland,
because you
here's yours.
don't have any of the negatives of the crown now. If it's Kojima, I'd be happy.
yeah.
I apologize to anyone who tunes into this later on. I am working on a way to figure out a way to be able to show people what the dreams and things are. Here's the real answer. Fucking go join the Dally Van Go Discord. I'll make private channels that ban Maz and whomever else, like the appropriate people from it, that the general public can see what you guys are dreaming about. That stops you guys from seeing it. That's what I'll do. And go from there. Someone posted in the general too. What I think Bravo looks like. That is not at all. Bravo looks like what Bravo looks like on the screen.
But to me, I always think of Sip,
okay,
right? You know?
Maz, since you are awake, so you want to. Where do we go here?
Yeah, well, I was making those potions, which are already done, and then I'm offloading a few things.
Yeah, anything that you're offloading, like just discarding, you can just delete from your inventory if you don't want them.
Okay.
So, but the first things first. So, I'd like to. I don't know if I understand the what you're doing here. I'd like to run invisible. Do you mean turn?
Yeah. So not
sure.
anymore. Let's. I mean, I don't want to waste that. Because I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to continue with my thought line on that.
Morel is over here.
If we go any further than that.
Okay. So you're just going to ignore the pleas of your sisters? Is that the plan?
Don't make this easy, do you?
It's not my job to make it easy. It's my job to make it realistic. For the record, you are welcome to do whatever you want. It is your character.
I know. He's asleep, right?
He's currently unconscious. Yeah.
Is Morel awake?
Morel is
sorry,
as
what's
awake
happening
as
right
awake
now?
is. You guys don't know.
Is Maz debating on killing me in my sleep right now?
Stuff is happening.
I'm being told to kill you.
Yeah, but you're currently listen right now, Toland. Your empty suit of armor is sitting against the wall there, as you're having the vision that you were having.
I put the core in Credence already, or no?
The core in Credence? You didn't. You never ended up having to. You put the core in the Attended Alpha, who you then blew to smithereens.
Yeah, so it's gone anyway.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Is this Skyrim music?
Might be. This is
not
called
sure. Let me check it out.
Distilled Highlands. I don't know. Could
It's
be.
not. Sorry, it's just like a little blurb of it. Like I got really faintly. It sounded like the music that plays when you're just walking in the open world.
Yeah.
But it's
So
not.
yeah, Maz, you have to decide as a player and as a character what you want to do.
Never goes well.
Owen planned to kill us in his sleep. He never thought we would kill him in his sleep.
I did not plan to kill
Yeah,
anybody
so-
in their sleep.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Did it while we were awake.
I did tell you I can
So-
fix her.
Is
Sorry,
Morel
I'm
awake?
asleep.
Morel is as asleep as you've ever seen him. Morel doesn't. He's not blinking. He's just staring at Toland. But if you like wave your hand in front of his face, it doesn't do anything. Like he doesn't react. They are both considered to be incapacitated at this very moment. So you would have the opportunity to do whatever you would like to either of them. And that sounded dirtier than it's implied to be. It's meant to be more menacing.
I don't have a penis. I don't have a penis. No, I'm just kidding.
Because they're not awake.
They are not awake.
So what if I just pick it up and take it?
Pick what up?
The test.
The what?
The test.
The vest?
What if I just...
I mean,
Yes,
I'm
like a suitcase.
physically sitting on it. I mean,
Oh yeah, he's sitting on the chest.
But if he's asleep...
Yeah. Well, listen, you want to slide a hand that out from underneath him? Be my fucking guest.
It'd
And
be
then-
like a 40. It'd be like,
Yeah.
it's like trying
And
to
then if,
remove somebody
if I'm
from their
already
bed over
invisible,
sleep.
that makes
That's
the test
bordering.
invisible
That's
too.
bordering on being a magic trick.
Yeah, but if the test is also invisible because I'm invisible.
No, that's not the issue. The issue is that Morel, if you could imagine you were sitting on a chair and you fell asleep, and someone yoinked the chair out from underneath you, do you think you would wake up?
Yeah, they would, but if I'm invisible, they can't see where I went or what I have with me.
This is true. Once you have the chest,
Yes.
you will be invisible, and he will not be able to see you. That is correct.
And
Yes.
the test would be
And then-
invisible.
and then-
That is
and then
correct.
I will see you.
That is correct.
And then
What?
I will see you.
Well, you're asleep.
Yeah, but if Morel gets knocked over and he's like, "Where the fuck the chest is?" I'm going to wake up, then go. I can sense the void.
Yeah, but
sense where the chest is. Close the chest.
but guess what? You're not awake to communicate this information to Maz.
Yeah, no, I know that. I'm just also I also have true sight because of my suit, so I will just see her walk off with the chest. I wake up.
But yes, you absolutely,
like a-
Maz. You're correct.
Yeah.
You could definitely steal the chest.
we have forgotten the primary rule of being mere hobos. We have to work together and not turn it on each other.
This is our one weakness. If we turn on each other, then we have nothing. It's because there's nobody to kill in here, okay? So the only thing left is kill each other.
There was no combat. There must be combat on every session.
It is like a golden rule of our campaign.
It's listen, all I'm saying outside the like above table, it's funny that Maz thinks the chest is the thing that's gonna cause all this. When the chest is a portal to the void, and now I can open infinite portals to the void whenever
Yeah, but
I want.
she doesn't necessarily know or understand that.
Yeah.
No.
yeah. The chest is just a toy now for me.
I only have the long take decisions.
There's only one way.
Well,
There's
no.
only one way to stop this.
Because Maz, you can take your time. They're asleep. If you need time to mull
Yeah,
this
we're
over,
asleep.
don't take forever. Like we are playing a game
Yeah.
here. But like I took a bunch of time to send them their visions and stuff. You are welcome to take your time and mull over what you want to do about this.
If you're trying to stop the void, at least as of right now, there's only one real way to do it.
That's
If you have the strength to do it, then try it.
it's okay, Matt. He doesn't have that many health. If you alpha strike him, he will die.
Yeah, but starting against the party too. Just a one.
Just make sure it happens in one shot, in one turn, because if it doesn't, then I can almost guarantee you I can get you killed as well.
I know.
Realistically, this is Ethan's fault for not being here.
Correct.
I will face
Ethan, if you're watching, we blame this on you.
Of my sisters and forgo the opportunity to kill them.
Okay, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I had a thought. No,
tell them I can fix them.
Well, what's the thought? Go ahead.
I was going to say I'd go and carve with my judgment sword because it's entropic. You will remember, and you will serve.
Yep.
Something onto him.
Ooh.
But he'd wake
up.
Well,
he doesn't have a body. He does. You would be carving it onto the armor, which is fine.
He'd wake up.
And it is worth noting, he doesn't feel physical sensation anymore. So he wouldn't wake up.
Yeah, but there's yeah.
So wait, what is she trying to do with her sword?
She's considering pulling a U and carving some shit in your chest.
Yeah, I don't have a chest.
But your suit does.
Your suit.
Yeah, but like, me and my suit are two different entities as of right now.
No
so would that
point.
have any actual effect?
Yeah, but
I mean,
she doesn't. She may not understand it though.
Yeah, but what Mark?
Oh no! She was just putting. She was just thinking about putting a fucking message. She was just pulling a U, just being.
Oh.
Doing a U.
Yeah.
No magic or anything like that. She was just gonna write some shit on your chest.
Oh yeah.
And like carve it in so it can't go away. Like sort of like I mean, you guys put the Inglorious Bastards meme in the chat. Sort of like that. Sort of like I am an evil bad guy. Don't trust me. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but she doesn't know to not trust me because she was not in the void when
No, that's not what she's looking to write. But
yeah, I'm just making sure. She has absolutely no knowledge that I'm a villain in any meaningful way.
That is correct.
She only knows that I fixed her.
Yep, but she does have some instructions from her people.
Yeah, exactly. No, I know that. She has instructions from the Seven, which she didn't trust up until now, I guess.
But the thing with that, though, is that I feel like I don't know who to trust anymore because even, like, I haven't really been trusting with Seven. I've just kind of been going along with it. But I was trusting in you guys, and now I just feel like potentially who I want to trust is not the right answer. Like, it's just, I don't know. Every time I make decisions like this, somebody dies, or someone gets hurt, or...
I mean, nobody died or got hurt.
Yeah, Toland's not a person anymore, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, I'm going to face the consequences.
Just letting you know, I did get power in response to what I did. I didn't just do it. Above table, I actually did get benefits to this. It wasn't only negative for me, only positive for you.
Yeah. I'm final answer going to ignore.
Okay. So what are you doing about this chest thing? Because that was totally your idea. Are you going to try and steal the chest?
Well, he's going to know as soon as I move it. He's going to be able to see me as true sight. Like,
Toland will see you trying to get the chest if he was awake, but I won't see you if I wake up.
Yeah. Then I have to fight Toland. So regardless, I have to fight somebody.
If Toland wakes up, we're not quite sure if he can.
Yeah, he will have to make a well, yeah, first off, you don't know that he's capable of waking. He is currently having... Oh, yeah, Toland, I need you to roll 2d6 for me, please.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and now that we've finally done this, depending on who... Oh, a 4 and a 2. Okay. Flip a coin, Toland.
The twins? Did I get the twins?
You got the 4. Number 4 is... you are going to have different abilities depending on who the fuck's inside your brain.
Okay.
I'm going to figure out what those are. Oh, very interesting. You rolled the Marshal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we'll figure that out. I'll figure that out in a little bit when it matters. Yeah. But yeah, Toland is currently fighting for his existence inside the void. As he does every time he sleeps.
If my body's not even in the suit, does she even do damage to me when she shoots the suit?
I mean, there's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
I mean, my thoughts on that are, if I completely destroy your suit, who are you going to come back as?
It's a great question.
I could do it.
Oh yeah, Maz, I gotta put your guns back to normal. They do fire and cold. They did not get corrupted by the void. Actions. Fire. But yeah, you got to decide what you want to do. And
My decision.
Can I talk to the the court while I'm inside?
Yep. Sure can.
Can I talk to them
Someone
about
would like
their
to address the
connection?
court.
Can I talk to them about their connection to the 7?
Sure.
Can I tell the one that's in the 7 to relay a message to her telling her I can fix her if they don't kill me?
Why on earth would it do that?
Because I made a promise and I can still uphold the promise.
Yeah, but
I need to be alive.
The
to
one that's
uphold
in
promise.
the 7 doesn't want to be out of the 7.
Yeah, no, I fully understand that, but also their champion is going to potentially be killed by the 7. And then they won't have a champion.
Yeah, this thing ain't fucking buying any of that shit.
And then if the Eternal Court
It would be like cool. Then I want you instead.
Can I try to reach out to the Sovereign?
Yes, sure. What do you want to say?
Well, I just want him to help me with a lot of shit. But I need a guarantee that I can't just be killed every time I go
The
to sleep.
Sovereign does not do guarantees, ultimatums, or deals.
Well, I don't need a guarantee. I just wanted to ask him if he can help me not die when I go to sleep, so that I can assist him when I'm awake.
Oh no, he's hoping you die.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. I just wanted to know if I can go high enough in the management.
If you didn't notice, he's not a nice dude.
Yeah, no, I'm not nice to you either. I thought we had like a common ground.
No, not the way you think. He is super happy that you are there and doing shit that he likes. And then he simultaneously really hopes that you die miserable, horrible, painful death.
We're thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
So.
He is looking forward to observing and contributing to your suffrage.
I figured it was gonna happen anyways. You know, do whatever you want to do. I mean, kill if you want to.
Well, she's already said she's not doing that. I'm waiting on the question on this fucking chest. And then what she's planning to do with it.
With my sword. Does that do anything?
You've never done it, so you don't know.
I'm gonna do that.
You're gonna stab the chest with your sword.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Make an attack roll just in the box.
With the sword may just get sucked into the void, by the way.
And that's fine with me too.
It's the entropic damage
one less
sword.
thing.
It is the entropic damage sword.
The void is literally like entropic, is it not?
I mean, sort of. Yes. The void is nothingness. Okay. Absolute nothingness.
Yeah. Let's see.
But yeah, Matt, roll an attack roll. I really should make like a token that is the chest now. I
feel like you probably should.
Yeah, I feel like that's a thing.
Oh well, some decisions.
Oh well, 29. You definitely don't miss and like hit morale. Okay, give me a second here. roll the damage of judgment. Roll twice because it would be a crit because it can't defend itself in any meaningful way. And then how much of that was entropic? It's the D6s. So 6 entropic damage. Yeah. Okay. So you stab the chest. As you stab the chest, your arm rapidly goes cold and numb, and you drop the sword. You see black tendrils of ichor slowly moving up your hand. Morel, make a perception check.
Sure can. Any modifiers on it? Advantage, disadvantage?
No, just a straight perception check.
Okay. Oh.
I mean, 23, 25, whatever. Okay, you awaken as the sword clatters to the ground and see Maz kind of horrified looking down at her hand.
Yeah, so is the ichor still climbing up her...
It is slowly climbing up her hand. As it does that, the sleeve of her shirt thing that she has on begins to like fray and dissolve and like turn into dust as it continues to climb.
You may want to cut that off, Maz.
No, well, can I pick the sword back up and cut myself with it?
Sure. If that's what you wanted to do. You think you've got the willpower to cut off your own arm?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
I mean, I cut out my own eye. Why not?
That is true. Canonically, she did do that. Okay.
Yep.
Sure, I'll give it to you. Maz lops off her right arm.
Yeah, that's one I don't need.
It falls to the ground and begins to like dissolve into that black ichor, and then which rapidly sort of evaporates and disappears into nothingness. Toland, make a perception check. We'll go with yours with disadvantage since technically you're not there right now.
Believe me, into Verosa. And no alarm.
Is like anything happening in the void after she stabbed the chest? I'm technically in the void.
One of the court who you'd been chatting with.
Yeah, I got that one.
Oh yeah, you got no idea. Yeah, it's all good. You're busy.
I mean, I have luck points. No, I used them. We didn't long rest yet.
Correct. The end of all of this will be the end of the long rest.
Yeah, I'm just leaving.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really notice anything of note happening in the void. You're very busy having a conversation with these malevolent beings that are simultaneously, while you're trying to talk to them, literally like tearing and ripping at your soul.
I still have a soul?
I guess. I don't know. Your consciousness? How about your consciousness? Yeah. Okay. Mass has one arm now. Yeah.
Can't shoot both her guns anymore.
Well, let's be real here. She can get a prosthetic arm.
Yeah. She's got to do that though. She's gonna need the shards for that.
Or Morel can use regenerate.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
Are you going? Wait, are you going to use the flesh of the chest?
No.
Okay.
I've learned my lesson after many. I'm not going to use the flesh of the chest. I'm just going to. I'm going to press my hand against Maz's. I guess I have my full. Looks like I have my long rest at this point. I'm going to press my arm against the stump of Maz's arm. I'll press my hand there. Cast regenerate. And then sit back down and stare at Toland as Maz's arm, kind of dinky arm, starts growing back out.
Yeah, picture the scene from Deadpool.
Yes.
I was thinking, like, that's exactly what I was just thinking in my head.
Yeah. It would have a very pale, mushroomy complexion. As when Morel does this, he's kind of like implanting you with a spore that grows into a fully functional arm for you. But otherwise, it will just be your arm, like normal. I will have to update your character to no longer have a sleeve on that arm. Because it disintegrated. Yep.
I mean, there's no right answer
does
there.
Regenerate heal her, heal her, HP as well, or no?
HP as well, yes.
Okay, cool. So we'll leave
Yep.
it full.
To quote,
yeah.
Yeah, casting time, you touch a creature, the target regains 48 plus 15 hit points for the duration of the spell, which is 1 hour. Gains 1 hit point at the start of each of its turns, so 10 hit points each minute.
Okay, cool. So she'd get back to full health. So as Morel, as you sit back down and watch Toland, his helmet piece with the crown attached to it falls off and like clinks on the floor.
So does that mean that the crown is in Tropic too? Like
the crown is there. It's attached to his helmet.
Yeah, it's mean like if I don't know if there's really a way to stab crown, but because judgment deals entropic damage, would that do anything to it?
You don't know. Like, you've never done it.
With that, sorry. With the helmet falling down, am I able to see the gaping void that is Toland?
So it would appear somewhat like the thing that came out of the crown. The noteworthy thing is that it's not in the suit. It is like the thing clinks on the ground, and then vaguely you can see this sort of outline or shimmering effect of a humanoid body that is attached to the helmet / crown thing lying on the ground.
Okay, so I can still kind of see his voidness there.
Yeah, you can tell that he's there. It sucks in all light and almost appears like a really hazy smoke. You rolled the marshal. Sorry, not hazy smoke. It would be more almost like the distortion of light through water. You know how that kind of like takes everything off kilter?
Yeah.
So it doesn't line up? Like sort of like that. Okay, well we can have, I mean that's more than enough for Maz before Maz has to go to sleep. Considering Maz needs to grow a new arm, we should probably do hers as well.
I said, Maz just mumbled something about bad decisions.
About what?
And I'm into bad decisions.
Bad decisions.
Yeah, I saw you send the note to the 7.
And then I'm going to climb in Milo's arms and just kind of find a quiet corner to hide and sleep, and hoping that tomorrow will be a better day.
Sure. Okay, I'm going to send you your dream.
I mean, famous last words, just couldn't get any worse.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like I'm gonna have to enact some fucking Order 66 type shit.
Go ahead.
I feel like I've been ousted for no reason. All I've done is help. And you've just assumed that the ones I'm lying to are you guys and not the people I made the deal to?
Mm-hmm.
Even though your characters wouldn't have. But... I will get to my goal of killing Hideki Kojima. It's all that matters to me.
I mean... Not like I watched you shoot Maz. I'm a little concerned.
I shot Maz for the same reason the 7 are telling Maz to kill me.
But I don't know that.
Maz was infected by the void and was infecting the other members of the Seven. She had to go. At that point, that was before I knew that I was told by the powers that be that I had a different way to deal with this scenario that isn't just kill Maz. And then I learned.
And doing it half the battle.
And I actually got Maz out of touching the void with no consequence of touching the void.
With the loss of your body.
Yeah, no, that was planned. I actually planned that. I'm not even kidding. As far as I'm concerned, the plan works. It like fully works. Better than I thought it would, quite honestly. Listen, you guys decided to follow a Toland plan. They don't make you feel good when they're done, but they get results.
That is a technically accurate summary of what happened.
And I'm being killed because I make the tough choices. Or I'm not being killed, but I'm being people are thinking about killing me because I make the tough choices.
Hey, I've done nothing. I didn't want you touching my chest.
Oh, I'm not gonna. I don't even have to touch your chest. You can keep it. The chest is a puny fucking thing. Plus, like the flesh part of it. I mean, you're gonna have if you want a chest made of flesh to put things in, you're gonna have it.
I feel like it's not going to survive being disconnected.
I mean, we're gonna find out. But first thing I do when I wake up is disconnecting the chest from the void.
If the void lets you.
At this point, because of the nature of the artifact, the Eternal Court does not have a choice.
We're gonna find out.
The artifact is from a being that the Eternal Court fears. And the entire reason of their existence is to essentially go against this being.
Okay, so Maz goes to sleep, and you two are awake. Is there anything you want to do during that time? Maz is sleeping over in the corner over here in Milo's arms. What do you want to do? First off, I need to know if anyone is going to attempt to kill her.
When I was asleep,
yeah.
Can I have asked the member that was in one of the seven to tell me what the seven are currently thinking about me? Like that's not like a crazy ask, right? Like
no, the
being like yeah,
but it doesn't necessarily know. This thing
like if it does, because I guess they could just they could quarantine She Who Remains. Or
no, that's literally what they've done.
Right?
In fact, they described that to Maz.
I just wanted to know if she had any insider knowledge.
No, nothing that would be helpful to you. I know where you're getting at, but no. It has and it in completely taking over this thing.
So if they're talking to Maz through the chip, and this member has the chip,
well, that's what I was getting at. This thing has completely severed its connection to the Oracle.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, so it is a Maz could fucking sign a deal and be no longer connected to the Seven. That'd be real easy. Lots of problems solved there.
I mean, I could do it for her.
Conceivably.
She just tells me I just opened the portal inside of her whole body.
Yep.
And then
bye.
And buy Maz and I can have a friend.
Yeah, so what are you guys doing? Toland,
the first thing I do
is go get back in your suit.
Closing the chest.
Well, you getting back in your suit first?
Oh, go get back. Get back into my suit, assuming I'm a floating head now.
Yeah. You could just merge back into the suit.
Merge back into the suit. Immediately just...
I watched that with interest.
Close the chest.
The helmet with the crown on it. I'm just gonna start referring to it as the crown. The crown kind of hovers through the air and then lands back down on the suit.
Listen, I get that there's a crown on the head, but how about we just refer to me instead of the crown? I'm a person, okay?
That is no longer a given that you are a person.
Morel is going to watch that whole process with keen interest.
Yep. And then the suit gets up as if nothing has happened. It still has holes in it, and it's all fucked up and janky and in pieces. And it walks over.
Naked man, it's refreshing.
I'm just kidding. It walks kind of a little bit awkwardly, but not as awkward as Morel walks. But it walks the way you would think a kid with his action figures would like walk his guy along with it, like with G.I. Joes or something. It walks kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like something. Going back from one foot to another.
All right, and then what are you doing?
Closing the chest.
Like closing the portal?
Yeah.
All right, burn your spell again. And Morel, the chest, as you're sitting on it, becomes suddenly warm to the touch, as opposed to it's had absolutely no temperature at all. And the sort of bluish flesh that it was made out of fades to a dull gray.
I give it a poke.
It pokes back. No. Nothing happens.
Okay, so it's I'm going to I'm going to risk opening it up.
All right, you open it up, and unlike every other time you've ever looked in it, it has a bottom. The bottom is made out of wood, and there is a note in it.
There's a note?
Yep.
I'm standing next to him and can clearly see the note, right?
Pardon me?
I'm standing right next to him and can clearly see the note. Okay.
Let me get the note.
I pick up the note and I'll read it.
You will need to cast Comprehend Languages or Tongues or whatever it is that you have.
What language is it in?
It is in like ancient Easternese.
Oh.
Or do you speak that?
I do not.
Okay.
You don't have Comprehend Languages?
No. That's not a
well, I thought you
did.
Read it. Here.
I swear to God you did.
Here, Merle, I speak that language. I can read it to you.
You speak ancient Easternese?
Yeah, the void gives me... I can speak and read any language now because of the void.
Oh, you just got all the dumb warlock stuff, didn't you?
I've got every... As long as I have the spell slot, I have every warlock spell in that slot.
Yeah, make sure you're burning your spell slots, though. Hey?
Yeah, no, well, as of right now, I haven't used any because we've just long rested.
Actually, is Glitch still here?
Glitch is still there.
Is there a reason why you want to go to him instead of me? I'm a expert in the void.
When you ask if Glitch is still here, you feel a tug on your robes, and he's just standing down at your feet.
There's nothing to do with the void, Toland. Came out of my chest.
It was in a chest that was a portal to the void.
Yeah, and now it's no longer a portal to the void. Clearly.
It can be, though.
No Telltale games where it's just like Morel takes note of that. Glitch, can you read this out loud for us?
You want him to read it out loud? Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
You scared him. You gotta read it and not tell him.
Is
I don't know.
By Hideki
Toland, I don't know if you can read right now. I'm gonna be honest. You don't have eyes. I don't know if you've realized this yet.
The note is written by Hideki Kojima. and it says, "Glad to have you on board, Morel. I agree, and I'll see you soon." Signed, the Grand Emperor. Blah blah blah.
Thank you, Isaac.
Well, you said out loud. I was going to send it privately.
So,
That's just what it fucking says.
Is this like a double agent thing, or are you like evil now?
Maz,
Wow.
you can have woken up by now. It's fine.
Yeah, no,
So that I would be a part of this.
stole away to a dark corner, so I'm technically not there right now.
Okay.
I genuinely have no idea how that got there and what he is talking about.
It's okay, you can tell me. I won't tell anybody else.
Well, I was being basically entirely truthful there.
Well, Toland, do you want to make a insight check? Or...
I mean, I'll make an insight check.
Okay, and Morel, you can make a deception or a persuasion check.
Actually, sorry, could you type out the exact wording of what that said?
Yes.
I'm gonna do that. I have to jet. So,
Disadvantage on insight.
Here's
Oh,
the,
that's-
here's
I'm
what the
insane.
exact word would be.
Sorry.
Going to land even with. I have a -3 to my rolls, so I need to roll a 14 or higher.
I do apologize. But
You want this sent to you? Well, he said it out loud, so I guess I'll put it in the general chat.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, we'll discuss later this week. Sorry, guys, I do have to go though. Good session, I guess. Right?
Yeah. All right, yep. Have a good night, Naz.
See ya.
You guys too. Okay. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, to be clear, that does not say my name anywhere.
Sorry. Thank you, Morel.
Okay.
Or probably welcome Morel, something like that.
Or are you planning on meeting him?
Like, I genuinely have no idea what he's talking about.
What did you get on his insight?
You rolled an 11. He needs to roll
I
a
am
persuasion check.
genuinely telling the truth here.
Yep. But you still have to
I've
convince him
said-
that you're telling the truth, right?
Yeah, you have to convince me, but also I've said those exact words and have been blatantly lying in the past. So it's
Also that.
if I'm gonna do it, then I'm gonna assume other people are doing it.
That is
That's
a
a nat
fucking
20.
20. You see no reason to doubt him. And guess that this may have been a ploy by the God Emperor to fuck with you guys.
Toland, I think the Emperor broke my chest.
You didn't break your chest. I broke your chest
Why would you break my chest?
because you've been using it for wrong, and we're good people. And I'm just. You've been using it in ways that have been causing problems. And I've decided.
Glitch picks up the chest and teleports away.
Damn it, Glitch. I still had things to say to you.
Well, he'll come back. He's just teleporting away with the chest, so no one can fuck with it anymore.
No, I was gonna get rid of it for good.
Well, it's gone now.
I was gonna put the meat inside my suit.
Okay. Well, it's gone.
Hmm.
It's glitches now. You guys were too slow.
Can I open
It's
a
cool.
portal to the void?
It's cool. Glitch will.
Can we long rest again?
Will. Glitch definitely will not do anything awful with the chest. I promise.
Can we long rest again so I can open a portal inside of him?
Inside of Glitch?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Glitch is our friend.
I don't know who's my friend at this point because I saved Maz and everybody seems like they're now like suspicious as fuck about me because I saved Maz. Okay, I did what I said I was gonna do. I kept my word, and everybody seems suspicious of me now.
Toland, I gave up a lot of previous memories to just remove myself from the void. I have no idea what you traded to get Maz out of there.
I traded the same thing as you did.
Make a persuasion check, morale roll, and insight check. Yeah, I mean, frankly, you're like
you also had dead people in your brain. That's cool.
Yeah, don't even question
it. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll find out one day, but we both don't remember. I actually did give memories up, so at some point I will figure out something I didn't remember, but like.
Oh, this will come up. Don't you worry. I'll make sure of it.
Where's Risha been at all of this? Like, what has she been doing? Just like hanging out with her dad, burying all of her friends in a corner?
Yeah, she's been dealing with the dead. They have been dehydrating them for water and turning them into jerky.
That tracks.
What else were they going to eat? The options were their people or you guys.
Well, I don't have meat.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
I mean, I have rips and tears in my suit now. So
yeah, I guess they might know that now. Yeah, that's not going to be disconcerting at all. They're not going to try and kick you into a well or anything, I promise.
Well, there's no well here, so if they try to kick me, I'm just sending them into the void.
Yeah, you're aware there are limitations on your ability to do that, right? And that the closing is one thing. When you open a hole to the void, it's 300 feet wide. You're aware of that, right? Like, you understand?
No, I'm fully aware of that. Yeah, like I have this power. The 7 members of the Eternal Court, I am on their side. They won't attack me. They will get everybody else though. Everybody does take a lot of damage when it happens, okay, and a bunch of other stuff that I'm going to keep hidden until the moment arises because it seems like the next time I use it might be not to protect the group, but for other reasons based off of the reactions of the group after I saved Matt. Plus, Morel's working with Kojima anyway, so can't say anything.
I'm very much not working with Kojima, as I was oddly convincing about for 2 seconds before I lapsed back into being a complete weirdo.
For like 2 seconds, you had perfect English. It's like,
yeah, you grabbed.
2 seconds, I met your eyes.
Yep.
Like confidently told you this, and then just something happened.
He then immediately licked his own eyeball or something.
The first real thing he's ever said.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay, well, that might be a good place to leave the session if you guys want.
We get any XP for saving Maz, or because we caused it, we don't get any?
Yeah, no. We're just gonna go with no. You guys have so much fucking XP. It's fine. It'll be, if you got XP, it would be like, you completed that quest. Here's 10,000 XP. Something like that. But truthfully, this was the opportunity for a role-playing session so that we could establish what the fuck your character actually is and all of the bad decisions he's making.
I legitimately have been like laughing in the background because I've been just shitting all over Maz for making deals with this, like joining the 7 and
I know
making
it's
bad promises, and then have been making the worst promises possible every session, so it's good to get it out there.
Yep.
At least so that the players at the table know. Not that the characters do, but at least they now know that
the players will now understand what's going on with your character.
Will they ever trust the thing I ever say for the rest of the time? Probably not.
Listen, man, when you told me what you were planning to do, I told you that would happen. I said, this will be the last scheme you can ever pull.
Yeah, and it was my magnum opus of schemes, okay? It's never going to get better than that.
Yep.
I did it. That's all that matters.
Yep.
I had a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, and despite my best efforts, I couldn't get any of you guys to fight each other.
I told you that if my plan works, we won't fight each other.
That's true. It didn't happen. Listen, man. I gave Maz some compelling reasons.
I thought Maz was going to try to kill me. I'll say it.
I thought she was too.
Yep. I gave her a lot of reasons to do it. I think it was the first time where I've been like, Maz, I feel like your character would kill him. I almost wanted to say that. I wanted to be like this is Nicole not doing it.
I told you that there was a chance that Maz would just kill me after all this happened.
Yep. She has 7 whole ass reasons to do it.
6.
Sure.
Plus, at any given moment, I'm just gonna reconnect Maz to the void, and then have her and all the 7 go insane.
Well, it's not at any given moment. So it's once per day, right? So you got to get to the next point where you can long rest, and then when you long rest,
but I mean, like,
you've got to you got to win control of your body back, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Listen, Toland. At this point, you are a ticking clock. Every time there's a reason that the number of dice you've been rolling has been increasing. You are a ticking clock. Every time that you fucking long rest, you have slightly worse odds of ever coming back.
Nah, we're fine. I'll do it.
Morel, do you have any questions?
Do I have any questions? None for Toland.
None for Toland. Fair.
I still have my last question with Toland, and I am holding on to that card.
Yep, fair.
What was your second question? I don't remember what your second question was.
What the light that you're negotiating with was.
Oh, yeah, he never answered.
Yeah, no, I said it was the beings that gave me my power.
I mean, that's technically true.
He still has one more. Yeah. I'll try to be as honest as possible in the answer.
I mean, go ahead, Merle, if you want to ask him.
He's saving it.
Oh, he's
gonna
saving
save it for
I said I'm saving. Yeah, no, the last question I'm saving.
Oh, okay, fair.
I wanted to talk to Glitch, but he disappeared.
Glitch is back. Glitch is back. He's right here. What do you want to talk to Glitch about?
What I posted in the chat, just like looking to.
Yeah, you would like to channel wildling magic in some interesting directions. Can you be more specific? Do you have any ideas?
I would like an item to, for example, add a spell or something to my spell list.
Oh, I mean that's like relatively easy for him. Yes. What spell are you looking to add?
I don't know.
Like you mean like a non-wildling spell?
Yeah, like a non-wildling spell.
Yeah, I mean he literally just makes items that have spells in them. So like 100% he can do that. Do you have shards? Inventory shards 737. Yeah,
Do we have shards?
Yeah. Well, this party almost never has a reasonable number of shards. You could add up to a 5th level spell to your like as an ability.
Got it.
Yeah. It conceivably needs to be something he's come across, so like probably not sworn spells.
Yeah.
Certainly anything from the Technocrat spell list. for sure. Which only goes to level 5, so literally like his most powerful abilities. You can probably do.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Classes, spell lists. Technocrat augmentations up to level 5. Animate objects. Creation is a good spell, but that's kind of like already a thing you do. Modify memory is a good one. Wall of Force, Wall of Stone. I think you have one or both of those in your potential spell list. Transmute is good. You've already got Greater Restoration. Whoops. Let's see here. But yeah, up to 5th level. So he could grab anything from Technocrats. I would say most of the mega spells would be fine. Divine Rights, for sure. So that's like up to, at 5th level, you're looking at things like Scrying, Planner Binding. Ooh! You can keep someone on this plane of existence. You can make them immune to Toland's portal.
You could also make it so that I stay on this existence.
Yep, also that. That's a good one. Mass Cure Wounds.
Which one's that under?
That is a Divine Right. Planar Binding. It is, in traditional D&D, it is like a grab a creature from another plane, like a Fae or a Fiend, and bind them to your service. But I would fully allow it to be stopping someone from leaving this plane as well.
Interesting.
Actually, you know what?
What?
You should take it. See what happens.
The issue is, it's got an hour casting time,
Yeah.
so it's not going to be something I can...
No. It's like a big ritual. There's Raise Dead as well, which is good. It's like make zombies. Wall of Light, Legend Lore.
Okay, cool. All right. Let me think on this, because there's some good options here.
Yeah, there's lots of good stuff. So from that list, you could grab from the various domain spells. So Water Domain, Earth Domain, Fire Domain, Air Domain. Technocrat augmentations are good. And Divine Rights. Basically from those spell lists. Up to level 5. And he can for sure make an item that like has this thing in it, like without question. That's like literally the base thing that his class does.
Perfect.
As for, you were talking about channeling wildling magic. The other thing that he can do is he can take a spell that you know and make it so you don't have to burn spell slots for it. But you'll need a lot of shards for that.
Yes. Now, what I was mostly looking for was the ability, like, to use my spell slots for spells that are not on my spell list.
Yeah, fair enough. Like, literally, that is his primary function as a technocrat. So, yeah, the answer is, I will do up a table if you guys want. I'll put it in the lore dump section with, like, the approximate number of shards per 2 spell slot level. And then anything from those lists, he can for sure make those items. He just needs the shards to do it. Now, you guys are bad at getting shards, but, you know.
We have zero control over this.
You don't have zero control over this. You do not. You have had many opportunities. Many opportunities to do that. Also, you can sell stuff to Glitch. Like, he'll trade shards for things.
Oh, interesting.
So that's what I've been trying to get Maz to do for ages. The biggest issue has been that Maz has many times had shards, and she burns them with her fucking gun. Which was the point, if I'm being honest. That's why I gave her the gun.
Yeah. I think I have sold most of everything that I have that is good.
You can do the sample. You've got a sample of the crystalline tree.
True.
It'd also be a cool item to turn into something.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you got that piercing thing. I don't remember what the large ornate key with skull is. Do you?
I think that was something from the last dungeon.
Okay. You could sell him the grimoire. The Sun Below the Sand grimoire. He'd buy that. But yeah, you've given up most of your.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, as far. Me and Maz are on opposite ends of the
hoarding
spectrum.
Yeah, Maz has so much of it. It's just lunacy. Like, Maz legitimately has, I don't know, 80 items in her inventory. Like, 80 different items in her inventory. Then she's got multiples of them.
I get a message in my chat. Take a quick sec. Look at that. It's only like a yes or a no answer anyways.
Blue powder grenade.
Yeah, I don't understand the distrust anymore. I don't understand why the party members distrust me.
It's a mystery.
You know what you guys need to do is you need to convince Maz to sell some of her fucking weapons, because lots of these weapons are worth plenty of fucking money, and she doesn't use most of them. She just hoards them and holds on to them. Like, all that time back, I got her those fucking lightning stick things. Has she ever hit anything with any of them?
Nope.
Yeah. She still has the ceremonial bone knife from, like, the 3rd episode.
She was so excited to get those shock sticks, too.
She never fucking used them even once.
Literally didn't use them.
She's got the fucking claw things. Remember Kojima had the fucking, like, Wolverine claws?
Yeah.
She's got a pair of those. Like... it's kind of ridiculous. Choker of the Howling Wolf. Like, what the fuck is this? Grants advantage on survival checks. That's the clay figurine for Milo. She has a bag full of fingernails. Yes, she has. There's so much stuff in here. She's got the lead-lined wind cloak, midwife's journal, 2 different skins of mead. She's got fucking every set of tools under the sun.
Still got a book for a plot point that's been done for like months.
Which is
the fucking handmaidens.
Yeah, that's like long over. Yes.
Yeah, but that's because she conspiracies herself with every item in her inventory.
Yeah.
She's like, I need to keep it because like 15 sessions down the road, we may need it.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to end the stream here. Special thanks to our sponsors, SC Electronics, Halo Custom Guitars, Hipshock Guitar Products, Los Cabos Drumsticks, and again, you can find full sessions of this on YouTube. They are releasing on Wednesdays and Fridays. Look for Dalivan Gaming. That channel will have them. I will get up a link at some point, but I don't have it today. So, okay, good night, people.
Peace.